You have 68 wins. You cannot 69 Mina.
Hey everyone, it is the center of attention, Brittany Brooks, and you are watching Simply Reliable Studios.
Come on over, Simply. I'm being see, earlier I said something stupid to him, and now this is my receipt. Okay.
Sabu's just sabotaging you.
Yeah. He sure did.
Hijacking.
Yeah, he's taking over.
Hijacking is a better word. You're right.
Good luck.
What up, everybody? This is the People's Babushka, and you are watching Simply Reliable Studios.
Shout out to Simply Reliable Studios making their Symphony debut, sponsoring this match and the entire Dragon Kai demonstration.
What's up, everybody? It is the hottest flame, the realest Hogan, the bionic baddie, Kiera Hogan, period, and you are watching Simply Reliable Studios.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Noah. I believe in Datula. The Meltzer of the multiverse. Who the fuck wants to compare themselves to another? How much of a mark do you have to be? You couldn't even pick a professional athlete. You went with a fucking journalist? Grow up, man.
We just want to say thank you to Simply Reliable Studios for voting us as Tag Team of the Year.
Of course.
Because you know what they say, right? If you can't swim, you're bound to drown.
Tonight, she is sponsored by Simply Reliable Studios from Orlando, Florida. She is everybody's favorite BFF, Izzy Marino.
It's nerds and geeks at heart, and I look at your style. You look like somebody that would regularly shop at one of my favorite stores, not called Hot Topic, but Spencer's. I'm a fan of novelty likes.
You mentioned Hot Topic. It comes as no surprise to anyone that I was a manager at Hot Topic for years before I started wrestling.
What's in your AirPods? You know, what are you listening to? Whether it's at the gym working out or when you're in the jacuzzi relaxing, like what are you bumping?
So I tell everybody all the time, I love listening to strip club bangers.
I find it weird that you guys are so excited about seeing the cup. For us, it lives here, so it's just like
you just go down the street.
I just go to the Hockey Hall of Fame and just go take a peek, take a gander of it.
No, they had
it. Yeah, it lives there, but it's not like you guys have won it in how many years.
Take a look at
why? But why? But why do we have to go there?
Quintanilla, is that your birth last name or is that a gimmick name?
That is not my birth last name. Alejandra is my actual name. Quintanilla, I'm also, I love music. I'm always listening to music. I'm always dancing. And I've always been inspired by the late Selena Quintanilla. That's where I got the Quintanilla last name from.
I'm the referee and the coach, and I'm like, you stupid idiots, and I'm constantly yelling at the TV.
That is Jeff every single week during football season. Since the mid-90s, he's a Cowboys fan.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is every week.
It
ain't changing anytime soon, buddy. Is it your year again?
I know it's coming. God damn it.
It's always your year.
Gymnasts and cheerleaders have like eternal beef with each other.
Yes, they do. Yo, no, that beef is real. I know.
Remember you saying that you're a huge Disney and Harry Potter geek?
Yeah.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Hercules, hands down. I grew up watching that.
Yes.
Like, it's the best Disney movie. I will fight anyone who tells me otherwise.
So I got into AW, I was less than a year in.
Okay.
I was maybe like 15 matches in. And so at some point I was wrestling more in AW than I like did on the indies. And so I was like, okay, I'm going against these top names and I've proven I can hang with every single one of them, so I am top tier. That's how it all came about.
Heyo, this is Jack Cartwheel. You are watching Simply Reliable Studios.
Get it? Got it.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome once again to the moderated insanity known as the Shenanigans. It is I, the moderator extraordinaire, the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams, joined by Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz. We are waiting for our other co-host to get here because you know how it is with the Canadian Wi-Fi. As soon as we bring people in, it gets screwed up for them. But while we wait for him to come back, since he's not the reason everybody's here, let's go ahead and bring in the guest of the hour. The reason people are tuning in, the Conduit of Karma, Miss Kaia McKenna.
Hello,
what is
gentlemen.
going
How are you
on,
doing
champ?
this evening?
We're doing good, but not as good as you, champ. I mean, look at those
Very golden.
championships.
Very magical, very golden.
Yes, those things have got to be heavy. What do those things weigh, first of all?
I mean,
I'm sorry,
just
Walter.
so strong, I couldn't even tell you. To me, it's not so heavy that it's an issue. I've been doing a lot of working out here, so I can lift these belts pretty effortlessly. You know,
I told him since the last time we saw you, you like you gained about 30 pounds of gold there.
If you're going to gain 30 pounds, gaining it in gold is an absolutely great way to go about it, right?
No, 100%. 100%.
Had a very big weekend, winning both the Spark Joshi Pacific Championship and the Pro Wrestling Symphony Women's Championship as well, back to back. So very excited to make some defenses of both of these beautiful belts in the near future.
And we're definitely excited to see you start making those defenses, as of course, it's no secret we will be sponsoring you at the upcoming Symphony show, sponsoring your match. You know, your first title defense there.
It's got a goddess on it. I'm a goddess. It's just meant to be.
It is. It's karma.
It is.
A witch and a goddess.
Well, I suppose Secret is hoping the third time is a charm for her, but considering that Freya could not beat me without her help and that she could not get it done in our triple threat, I'm not really worried. I mean, I've been watching a lot of her single stuff because, to her point, I have not had a singles match with Secret yet. So I don't want to go in too cocky, and I don't want to go in like too egotistical and just blow it in my first defense. I have actually been taking it very seriously and preparing and watching a lot of tape on her. And she's got a size advantage on me, just like Freya did. So I'm hoping that maybe some of the things I did with Freya that were successful, I can implement and retool to work against Secret and walk away still the witchy winner.
I hope you can too. And let's go ahead and bring in our other host, you know, who's probably the most excited that you're back, even though we ragged on him in that clip that, you know, was in our intro. But Nick is here.
Oh, hey, buddy, what's up?
Listen, there is only, right now, for the next couple years, there's only one McKenna that matters. But now
okay, we just boot him.
But now I got two. Now I got two I got to cheer for. What's going on, Kai?
I'm good. How are you doing, Nick?
I'm
sure you're doing really great. Like, you know, number one draft pick overall. That probably had to totally.
Listen, we got the number one overall draft pick. We drafted a McKenna. My wife just split open an orange and like doesn't know how to eat it. Just life is good right now. Like, she is literally.
Wow.
Don't put me off. Listen, I'm telling her.
So.
I don't know.
See, I think we had a contest as to who was the most excited that you won the championship back at the last Symphony show. Of course, you and the Renegades of Puck in the Ring jumping up and down cheering with you. Definitely a contender.
Boys in the ring for a Selly, right? Like, that's how it goes. They've
For
been
sure.
very staunch supporters of me on my championship journey. I know Charlie was in my corner for my first title match against Freya. And he did everything he could to attempt to neutralize Sigrid. It didn't quite work out, but that's okay. We went back to the drawing board, and we are victorious this time.
Then you had, of course, me and Walter excited.
Uh-huh.
Then you had Stat Boy Mikey excited, who actually got to be there live and witness it. And then you have this goofball. You know,
he's just mad that I'm the number 2 McKenna in his universe now, so it's fine.
Sorry, girl. I can't help. Listen. I just want you to know. I am.
If I could one punch Sigrid the way he one punched that dude in the bar, that would be a fantastic defense. I'm just gonna be like 160-pound nail gun. Just boom,
Just fucking
one
do
punch.
it. Listen. So I need you to do me a solid. I don't know if you've done it yet. I can't go to Scotiabank Arena and have anything but your jersey. So my first question of the night: did you put a fucking extra large on your shop or what?
I have to see if I think I have one left. I'm gonna check the sizing on it. I might have to re-up.
Yeah, you gotta
They
figure
were
out.
a pre-order, and I didn't do a whole bunch of extras because they were a little pricey to have made.
Yeah,
But I will look and I will see if I can get a second order of jerseys in, because it was one of those things that when I had them done, people were like, "Oh, this is cool and all," but like I don't know if I want it. And then they came in and they were stitched and they were like really nice. They weren't like sublimated or anything like that. They were actual like game jerseys, and people
were they? Okay.
really into them. Yes.
Yeah, like I need one before September because I'm not going to show up to the ACC getting a $200 Leaf one. That's not happening. I'd rather give you the money.
Okay.
So,
well, mine are not $200, despite being.
No, definitely.
So
what did you say, honey?
I was on your big cartel checking them out.
Yeah,
man.
Don't have my size yet.
Because it's such a unique piece of merch, and I really get tired of like wrestlers having boring merch, right? We can only have so many black t-shirts with white ink on them. And also like getting t-shirts made is very expensive these days, right? So it's if you're going to do something that's really fun and different for merch, it's like, let's just go hard or go home. Let's do jerseys. Like, let's not do like the quick turnaround jerseys. Like, let's actually, my friend Logan at Brink Sportswear, he does a lot of jerseys for the teams and the beer leagues in the Chicago area, helped bring that to fruition. So just did it, wanted to do it right. And I wanted to keep it affordable for the fans. Like I wanted them to have something nice that if they invested the money in, it was totally worth it, but it wasn't going to break the bank for what it was.
Awesome.
100%.
Just to let you know, I ain't the biggest hockey fan, so you're still my number one McKenna. McKenna. I have nothing to do with that. But last time we had you, we were really just promoting Podemania and talk about that WrestleMania week. Me and this dude got to go live. So can you take us back to April? Let us know how that week went for you and everything you did during that week, and how did it go with your matches in case anybody didn't watch it.
I was pretty excited to have 2 matches this year, WrestleMania week. I know there are people that work 7, 8, 9 matches. I have never had that fortune. I was extremely grateful to have 2. Because in years past, my WrestleMania weeks had just been filled with a lot of thankless ring crew that was never truly rewarded. So it's very easy to get discouraged and be a little bitter when something like that happens. But then you realize that your hard work does start to pay off and you do get some good opportunities. So I was very, very grateful to wrestle Alley Catch on Podemania this year in Vegas. I'm glad you guys were able to see it. Allie's a phenomenal competitor. I think that she has definitely hit a new level since coming back from her injury, and to be one of those matches on her comeback tour was an absolute honor. I know Allie probably remembers watching me sweep glass at GCW, and here we are 6 years later. So it was a good match. I wish I could have pulled off the win, but her veteran experience just came in handy, and I couldn't outsmart her, couldn't outmaneuver her, but who's to say that'll be the case next time? So maybe there's a rematch in the future. But it was fun to wrestle.
100%, because I mean, you figure she had the match with Effie that week where loser leaves GCW, which of course she lost. So you figure she got to get a couple of W's in the week going into that. But I remember you talking about how you had done ring crew for GCW and worked some collectives, and finally being booked on a collective show was like a bucket list item for you.
It just took me 6 years. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
But it had to be like a crowning moment for you. Like, you know,
it sort of is. It just speaks volumes to consistency and repetition and work ethic in anything you choose to do. Not everyone's path is the same, and not everybody gets things as easier as other people. And you can't let that discourage you. You just have to like stay the course and believe in yourself and be confident and know that good things will come your way if you keep working hard. Same with like getting to be on Spark Joshi. I was very, very excited to have that triple threat match with Super P and Anya Rune. That's such a huge opportunity. Super P is incredible. She's from the Philippines. She was here for that weekend. I don't know how often she's stateside, but I can't imagine that it's frequently. So to be in one of her matches was really great. Anya's always a fierce competitor. She's very fun. very eclectic in such a creative way that makes having a match with her always a treat. And to be on Spark Joshi is always, again, like, talk about like the honor of being on Collective, the honor of being on a promotion that uses some of the highest level Joshi talent on the market today and brings them to the stateside and creates opportunities for us American women, which is just, I cannot speak like highly enough of what CB does for us girls at Spark Joshi. She is absolutely incredible. And to get in the ring with people like, oh my God, like Hazuki was on the last Spark Joshi show I was on, like Rana Yagami was on the last Spark Joshi show I was on. So it's just to be on shows with that echelon of talent is incredible as well.
So we have a
hold on,
okay,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
Nick. Hold on, Nick, because I love Kaia because she's kind of, we're on the same frequency here.
I'm just media. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's good because I feel like we vibed good the last time.
I'm always on my best behavior.
No,
man, drop some F-bombs.
I feel like we vibed good the last time. We vibed good in person, so I feel like there's an energy already, which goes to the witchiness. I had a couple of tweets screenshotted from you.
Oh boy!
And one of them that I wanted to bring up and talk about was the Spark Josie one. So it's like you totally read my mind here. So maybe just go a little bit more in depth as to, you were talking about the Podermania and the Collective. Talk about like having been part of their recrew to meet and creep helper to champion. Like, talk about that journey for you.
Last year, WrestleMania, I was on ring crew for Spark Joshi and their Stardom show. They had 2 shows last year. And they needed help desperately. And I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll get up at 6 a.m. and go do this because nobody else is doing it. And these are really nice, great people that I enjoy being around and working with. So I showed up and I helped with the ring and I helped run the meet and greets and then I helped sell some merch for Stardom. I helped with Teardown, all of the stuff that you work with when you're doing ring crew. And it was really, really great because a couple of months later, they had a show in Houston and I was able to make my Spark Joshi wrestling debut. So I kind of went from like working behind the scenes and paying my dues to actually getting the opportunity, doing very well in that opportunity, and then getting a title match there 2 years later. So I always love when it works out, right? Because it's not always going to work out and there's no guarantee. Blah, blah, blah. The business owes you nothing. But when the business does, when you are able to kind of you collect some of those fruits of your labor, it's always a great feeling. So I definitely started out like just as a young girl. And now I am Pacific champion.
You double champ.
Yes, it's a beautiful belt. I love it. It's so fun and it's so on brand for them. Right? Like
that is nice.
Incredible. I'm really excited. I can't wait to make some defenses in the near future.
So I know when you were on that show, I don't know how much. Listen, I get it. You're super busy. You don't listen to us that often. I totally get it. But I should have when no one found out that you were on Spark Joshi Pro, our other colleague, he's like, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, you had
it was such an incredible opportunity. It really was.
Going into the interview, I keep promoting the Symphony Championship, and he keeps throwing in Spark Joshi Pacific Champion, Spark Joshi Pacific Champion. Like he keeps trying to remind everybody that you just won that one too.
I was super excited because I got to tag with Saki in my first match there, who is incredible, against Yuka Sakazaki and Rachel Rose. So that was really awesome to step into the ring with the two of them. And just a lot of trust, right? That they're letting you work with this high level talent. I think sometimes people take that for granted or they don't think about it that way, that if a promoter is booking you with people like that, they trust you and they believe in your work. So I always took that as the utmost of compliments from them.
No, for sure. And speaking of a booker, I had a question from somebody on Twitter that I had to ask you, from a guy named Edward Laredo. I'm not sure who that is. He said, question for the show, what are her thoughts on that Ed dude? I don't know who that is. Yeah, there it is.
Nick, let me host. I've got that one too, okay?
That's great. Ed gave me my 3rd match ever, I believe. he ran a Podair show in Vegas. It wasn't even WrestleMania week. It was like in December of 2021, I think. I'm going back now. So he gave me my third match ever against this girl Estrella. I'm not quite sure if she's still working. I haven't seen her around in a couple of years, but she was great. And I was super green, but he was just kind of rewarding all the work that I had put in, helping him behind the scenes with his shows as well. And I have been a regular at the Podair Mania shows since. So Ed has always been good to me. He's always given me opportunities to get in front of the fans outside of his show. Like whenever he's had extra spots on his WrestleCon table, he's like, hey, Kaia, you know, I have nobody on my table from 4 to 6. Do you want to come like meet some fans? And I'm like, oh, absolutely. That would be fantastic. And that's very kind of him because those tables aren't cheap. So I've always appreciated his genuine support of women's wrestling like that, right? There's not, there are a lot of people that support women's wrestling, but like Ed definitely puts his money where his mouth is, like when he runs his shows, and he creates opportunities for us to get in front of the fans and meet people out there as well. So I will always be grateful for everything Ed has done for me in my short little wrestling career.
100%. Ed is a really cool dude. And, you know, the fact that he tweeted out about us post-Mania, calling me and Walter the unsung heroes of Podair Mania, just like really, that really resonated with us because he didn't have to do that.
No, not at all.
We didn't feel like we were anything more than, you know, the other fans that were there watching the show. We didn't feel like we were any kind of special.
He drew really well. There were a lot of people there considering the time slot in the day. It's, you know, Wednesday in the afternoon on Mania week. And you're like, well, how many people are in town? And like, how many people are really going to show up? And I was very, very happy with how many people were there. And the crowd was very engaged and very vocal. And it always feels good when you're in the ring to see the fans that engaged and to feel their energy. It kind of energizes you and makes you want to really push to that next level at 2:00 on a Wednesday afternoon, you know?
Yeah,
so
for real. And, you know, it was really like the kickoff to Mania. Like it was one of the first shows.
It was definitely a good card for sure. I'm excited to see. Hopefully, I'm not quite sure what's going on with Mania week this next year because obviously WrestleMania is over in the Middle East. But
well, they did announce that Stand and Deliver and AAA are going to be doing a show that weekend in New York.
Yeah.
So that may be where everything is this year, is in New York, adjacent to.
Yeah, we'll just have to kind of see how it shakes out. I'm sure that it'll probably be very regional, which will be fun because then, you know, the problem with WrestleMania week, especially like being in Vegas, is like that's fantastic if you are a California or Vegas-based talent, but that is a very long trip if you are from the East Coast, the South, if you're from Canada. But I guess the same thing could be said when they run WrestleMania in Philadelphia and New York, right? Like that's not necessarily in favor of your wrestlers from like Texas or like the West Coast. So it's a give and a take, but I like the idea of there being like regional events that showcase more wrestlers across the board that aren't such huge travel expenses for the talent and the promoters. So I'm really curious to see like what some of the top level promoters decide to do with this opportunity stateside. Like I think we'll have different little pockets of shows that will be running.
We told JJ and I both came up with the idea. We were like, if Tony Khan is smart, book that thing in Florida and invite all the collector, everything since WrestleMania is in Saudi, book it in Florida with AEW, have GCW, everybody run that same, you could run something that same week. Everybody's going to go there because nobody's really going to go to Saudi. Everybody's going to go to.
I sometimes worry about those weekends becoming a little oversaturated, right? You can't be everywhere and it really splits the crowds. So the concept of like regional would be really fun for the fans as well, because then like you don't have to do long distance travel if you're not close to Florida, right? Or you're not close to Chicago or New York or like LA or wherever these places pop up. There's like a pocket of live wrestling that you can enjoy that specific weekend that is a reasonable trip for you to make. And it doesn't like oversaturate the market, right? Because when you have, I think it's wonderful that so many companies can run that weekend now. Like that's really, really cool. But when you have like 4 or 5 shows running in the same time slot, you can't be at every single one. And there's a finite amount of fans that I feel come to WrestleMania week, specifically for independent wrestling. And when you split that crowd and thin it out, no one's making money. Then people stop running or companies fold. And then that's less opportunities throughout the overall year. So I like the idea of it not being centralized, maybe being a little bit more spread out just because it'll showcase new talent. the fans can travel shorter distances. It won't split the crowds. People will still make money. Oh my God, there's a giant bug on my desk. Oh, I was like, what the hell is moving? Okay. No, I would be curious to see how it shakes out. And if they do choose to do a centralized independent wrestling weekend, like that will obviously be great as well. As we all know, those are always a good time. But I do think there is an opportunity to do something a little different this year. So we'll see where everybody lands.
That was the biggest thing for Walter and I, is that there were so many shows running that we wanted to go to at the same time. And it's like, I don't know how some of the talent did it, because I know there were like some shows at the same time the talent was booked on both shows, and it's like, got to have their match be first on this show so they can get to the other show and have the match semi-main event or something, just.
Well, the book, I mean, I always feel, I don't like getting into a whole bunch of like booking and politics when it comes to wrestling. But the other thing that I always found to be very interesting about those weekends is you do actually have all of the talent in one spot, right? Like we're all here, and you do see a lot of the same people on all the same shows. And I'm like, but you can literally get anybody you want and probably not have to eat a huge travel expense to have them. So this is a good time to like shake up the bag a little bit, right? Like, yes, reward your people that are good to you year round, but if you have access to talent you wouldn't have access to otherwise, like diversify your card a little bit. Like you can talk about like Ed's show, right? Like Ed did a phenomenal job of having a good mix of talent on his show that maybe you couldn't see at the other shows, right? It wasn't oversaturated. So I would really like to see, when the wrestlers are all central, I would like to see a lot of the promotions like branch out and maybe like shake the bag up a little bit more, because you have so many options. Not like you don't even have to book me, right? You don't even have to book me.
You don't need to.
You don't. But like if you have all these, I don't want people to think like, oh, Kaia's bitter because she has 9 bookings. It's like, honestly, at my age, I do not want to wrestle 9 times WrestleMania week. You go forth. But I would like to see just like a little bit more like diversity in the cards, right? As to who we're utilizing. Because then we don't have that hecticness of like people running around and all of that. It's very difficult too in a city like Vegas to get from place to place because it's not a small city. It's not walkable. They do not have good public transportation. So
you're in the hot desert.
And nothing is close. Nothing's like actually close to each other, right? Like things run at the Palm, things run at the Horseshoe, things run at the Convention Center. Things run at T-Mobile Arena, things run at the football stadium. Like you have people like out at Sunset Station. I mean, it is all over in the Valley. You can't like get around easily, right? So that's something that as a talent you always have to account for too. Like, how am I going to get myself around to these shows, like, and be a responsible adult? Like, I'm taking all these bookings, but it still falls on me to make those bookings.
This is why we need Stat Boy at every show. For her, just in case something happens. But Stat Boy, I need you.
Or us, because Uber adds up after a while. Like I knew, y'all had to take Ubers to everywhere in Vegas. That must.
Oh my God, this had to be so expensive. I rented a car for $300 for the week, like a year out, and that was like the best thing I did because I didn't have an issue getting anywhere.
I did too.
Rent a car. Literally, just rent a car. Do not mess with the Ubers if WrestleMania is in a place where you cannot walk it or have good public transportation, right?
I see Nick has something he wants to say, and I have something I want to say. So I'll let Nick go first.
Well, I'm gonna jump. We talked about, and we said since you've been
if you're gonna jump,
I'm jumping.
Then let me go first because I want to piggyback on something that she said.
Go for it.
Because you talked about at your age. And I know you recently did an interview with Steve Macklin and Deanna Purrazzo where you talked a little bit about ageism in wrestling.
Oh my God, I was written off from day one. I was asked who my favorite wrestler was. I said it was Dean Malenko, and everyone looked at me and they were like, how old are you? And I was like, 29. And you would have thought that I was like, I'm 29, like a little old biddy. And I'm like, 29 is not old. Like,
you're not 29. Shut up. You're not 29.
No, I'm not 29. I'm 30.
Okay, thank
but
God.
at the time I was 29. And I was like, I'm already being written off.
What?
At 29. Like, and it was wild because I was like, it's not like I showed up 29, like out of shape, never having done anything athletic. Like I play ice hockey for Christ's sake. Like I am like to think I'm pretty athletic. And
Yeah.
it's just like, well, okay. And then it's like it became a theme throughout like my training and my first 2 or 3 years of my career is like people just felt like I was not worth their time to invest in because oh, well, even if we give Kaia like the 2 or 3 years to like that it takes to get really good, like then she's gonna be like 33 and that's old. And it's like that is not old, dude. Like I'm just so sorry. That is not old. Like, yeah, okay, I'm an auntie or whatever the kids say these days. Like, but I'm not a chopped auntie. Like I can still do the thing. And it's very tough. It's very tough mentally because it's like you don't want to feel like that, you know? And it's hard to build confidence when all you hear is like you're too old, why are you doing this? Like you're not athletic enough, like oh that was good enough, like oh okay, like or oh well, why would we give Kaia opportunities on the card because like she's going to quit wrestling in 2 or 3 years cuz she's old, like we should give them to people that are like in their early 20s because then it's worth the development trajectory. And it's just a lot of bullshit, honestly. I do not think that age should have anything to do with you if you can perform and you look the part and you can still go, you know? There are plenty of other wrestlers. Like, being in your 30s does not mean you can't work and that you're old. Like, some of the best wrestlers on the indies are not, like, 20 years old, right? Like Shaza is, like, a super vet at this point. And she's incredible. And she has great matches everywhere she goes. She picks every girl up with her along the way. You know, like Lainey is now on WWE ID. She is killing it. Vert Vixen's incredible. Like there are so many women that, you know, just because you're not 19 doesn't mean you're not worth anyone's time. And I hate that mentality so much, right? I hate it. I just hate it.
Wasn't DDP in his 30s when he started?
Something like that. Is that
I don't want to like get into like this heated argument here, but like men have never faced like the ageism thing in the way that women do in this industry.
Oh no, definitely not.
In fact,
in life
like,
either.
Men seem to do better in this industry as they get older. I have a theory. You know, I feel like the delusion is a little bit like tenfold here, right? Because I can't tell you how many shows I've been on with like male independent wrestlers, and I'm like, you are a string bean. You are 5'9" and you have long stringy hair. And you're delusional enough. You are maybe 140 pounds soaking wet. And yes, you are very athletic and maybe you're entertaining and skilled. But you are telling me that you think that you could go stand in a ring between Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton and you should be there. And you would not look out of place. And I'm like, dude, I need to start drinking some of that Kool-Aid. Like, where do I get that?
It's the Canadian Kool-Aid, girl.
Like, and then meanwhile, I'm sitting over here and it's like, I'm having good matches. I'm in shape. I look TV ready. And I'm like, and this person who puts no effort into anything to be TV ready is like, oh, I could go stand up there with Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. No big deal. And it's like, man, I'll tell you, if I had the 1/10 the confidence of a chopped ass ugly man, like I would be untouchable. Okay. Like,
So I mentioned that I had some of your tweets.
There's the all-timer from this interview. If I had the confidence, if I had 1/10 of the confidence of a chopped ass ugly man, I would be untouchable.
Oh jeez.
Clip that. But so I mentioned that I had some of your tweets. Basically everything that you're just saying right now. Well, hold on, Kaia. Everything you're just saying, is that kind of what led to this whole, you know, post? You know, about the
it was like
small break and, you know, missing a space that never wanted you there in the first place. Because I gotta say, as someone who
you could see how I could feel that way based off of how my introduction to this business was on day one.
Yeah,
like you know, okay. And
I mean, you had to figure we had some kind of something for you because we've already hit you with the normal questions. We're having you back. We got to have more stuff to talk about.
You're just holding me accountable for everything that comes out of my mouth, which is perfectly fine because I don't
your fingers.
Look, as people who became fans of you because of the last interview, we see that and our heart aches.
Yeah.
Because we think of you now as a friend. You know, Nick is fond of saying, once you're here, you're family. Yeah. You know, so we see someone that we consider family posting like that. And we're like, dude, what is going through Kaia's brain that's making her feel this way right now? You know, just want to reach out, give you a virtual hug and everything.
Years of like, despite being consistent, despite, riding the highs and lows and busting my ass, like tens of thousands of dollars out of my own pocket going into my success in this industry. I do not think people realize how much of an investment it is to do professional wrestling. Like, you sometimes hit a point where you're like, I have been doing this for 6 years and I am still hearing the same bullshit that I hear on day one. And it is very disheartening. But when I really stopped and I really thought about it, I was like, I can't like just quit now because the fans will be so disappointed in me. Like, have you ever heard the saying there's like a comics comedian, like a comedian that other comics like in the general population is like, nah, whatever. I've never been a wrestler's wrestler for what it's worth. Like, I've never been the wrestler that is over with the boys or the girls. And like, I get along with the boys, I get along with the girls, it's fine. But I've never been that type of wrestler, right? Like, I've never been the one that is like, I've never popped the boys, and that's fine. But the one thing that I have always had is a very strong fan base that loves me and rallies behind me. And at the end of the day, you can be like a wrestler's wrestler, but that will only get you so far because the boys don't buy tickets, the boys don't buy merch, the boys don't have podcasts for you to come on and support you, They don't sponsor your matches. They don't want to see you succeed because they want to succeed themselves, right?
Yeah.
So like, at the end of the day, when you really think about it, yes, maybe my path has been a little bit tougher because I'm not a wrestler's wrestler per se, but I'm so like grateful for my fans and the support they give me because like, I'm not a wrestler's wrestler. If I didn't have the fans, I would be up shit creek without a paddle. So it's like, I really, when I thought about it at the end of my vacation, I realized there was an immense amount of gratitude to be had for the support that I've been given over the past 6 years from the fans. Because there are plenty of wrestlers that are over on the internet, or they're over with the boys, or they're over wherever they're over, and the fans like don't give a shit about them. So like, I would much rather have fans that give a shit about me than wrestlers that give a shit about me. And I,
100%.
maybe that's a hot take. I don't really know, but I don't do this to impress other wrestlers. I do this to make my fans happy, to have them suspend their disbelief, to enjoy what I bring to the ring. I try to never lose sight of what it felt like to be a kid when I would go to wrestling and how much I would enjoy it. And that's like the emotion I want to evoke in people, right?
And that's the way to go. And we love you and respect you for that.
Yeah, it's like you've got to hit a point where it's like, you need fans. Like, the fans need to like you. Like, it's just, maybe independent wrestling is a little bit of a fishbowl, right? And because we're all around each other all the time, and like the fans are like a lot of the same fans a lot of the places we go. Like, I don't think people realize, like, if you were to go to like a WWE Raw, what percentage of that crowd do you really think has any familiarity with independent wrestling? Or
just as much as
know who your boys are? Do you think they give a shit that your boys think you're a good wrestler? Like, these people don't know about any of us. We are like a micro community within a niche community. Like, it is such a small thing compared to like the very large picture. So to conduct your career that way and to behave that way is just very short-sighted, in my opinion. Like, you should always be wanting to like get the fans on your side.
Yeah, I can attest to that 100% because as a guy who's big on independent wrestling, there have been a number of times where I've been at a Raw or a SmackDown or even a Dynamite, and I've seen a local talent independent wrestler and been like, oh, hey, what's going on? And started talking to them, and they'll leave because they know me, we're familiar. And somebody behind me will be like, who is that? And it's like,
we were nobodies.
It's like, that's so-and-so who wrestles for this company, who runs in this city. Like, go get familiar with them. So to your point, I'd say less than 5%, and that's being generous.
That is being extremely generous. Maybe that would be a little higher at an AEW show, right? Because they have some of their talent does work independent shows, and their fan base is a little bit different than the WWE fan base, right?
Yeah.
So maybe there'd be a little higher percentage at AEW, but still, like, even out of those people, how many of those people are like, oh yeah, like indie wrestling, yeah, like John Moxley, like GCW, he worked for them, right? Like that's the extent of it.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason why we started this podcast, to draw attention to those independent wrestlers and draw the attention to the people that are up and coming before they hit the real big times, and everybody jumps on the bandwagons. We like to say we were like the conductors and being on that train way before it got overcrowded.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so my overarching point here is if you as a wrestler are more concerned with like wrestlers liking you, you need to like reframe this completely, because your fans are going to be what elevates you to that next level.
100%.
Not wrestlers thinking you're cool, whatever.
Yeah, no, you're
100%.
right.
Nick, we have stopped you so many times. Go ahead.
Listen, well, first of all, don't say it out loud. Did you see my message?
I did.
Okay. So, one thing that I want to ask, and you can lie to me if it's true or not. Since we saw you, I remember that interview, and I'm pretty sure I said in 2026 we're gonna see your face on Wednesday night or on a Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
She happened.
It did. It was a big goal for me this year, was to get back to TV in some capacity, because I had my injury. I took some time off. I really focused on working independents to get back to where I needed to be. And then this past year, I was like, I'm just going to be an independent wrestler. I'm not going to concern myself with trying to do TV squash matches. Or, I mean, I know, and it's good. It's always good. And I'm always grateful for those opportunities, right? Yeah. But I was like, I'm really just going to hone in. I'm going to work indies. I'm going to work true indies like Symphony. I'm going to work action. I'm going to work Focus Pro. I'm going to work Pro Wrestling Magic. I'm going to work, oh my God, all over, right? But I'm only going to do like independents. I'm not going to even do like big tier indies. Like I'm going to really grind and make it as an independent wrestler. And that was great. And that was what I needed. And I still somehow managed to make the PWI Women's 250 without having a single match on TV or a single match.
What number were you again?
Large indie. What? 200.
What number were you?
I believe it was 200. But I didn't work any TV matches in that cycle, and I did not work for any super indies, right? Like I didn't have a match at GCW. I didn't have a match at Beyond. I didn't have a match at Dreamwave or any of these like really big top ticket places, you know? No. So I told myself that in 2026, it's like, okay, enough time has passed. Like you've not been to AEW in 5 years. Like you need to put yourself out there and try to get back to there, because it's good. It's good exposure for you, right? Oh, yeah. And it worked out so good for me. They welcomed me back. It was wonderful after 5 years to be back in that space. It's always a treat to see how this business operates at the highest level. And it was really cool. We did have a small match with Lena. Team Witchy Catch had a small match with Divine Dominion on Wednesday night. We lasted 2 minutes, right?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You were there.
Almost made it to 5
there,
years.
Dude.
There. Best laid plans. But then we also got the opportunity to have a match on Ring of Honor against Maya World and High End, which was really, really cool because we got to do a little bit more in that match. And that was really, really fun. So yeah, and it was a good confidence builder for me, because my first match on AEW, I was like 6 months in and I was very, very new and I was very nervous. And I don't think I did poorly per se, but I do not think I did well. And it was very hard, you know, it was like, that was a very hard experience to have that early on in your career, especially after how I started during the pandemic as well. And I really had to work very hard to build my confidence back up to believe in myself that I deserve to be in places like that again. So the fact that I did it and it went so well was very, very crucial for my confidence for the rest of the year.
So like, I'll say it, and my wife's going to call, you're going to hear my wife say, pussy. I may or may not have shed a tear when I saw you on television, because I was like, yo, I fucking called it. She's there. I
felt bad because I got there and they're like, who needs new promo photos? And I was like, me. And they were like, when were you here last? And I was like, 2021.
So, okay, this is going to be 2 questions. Tier deal? You going back?
I think that it's good to stay in the loop and stay visible with those sorts of opportunities, but I do not think that you should forego beneficial independent bookings to do them, because they are squash matches. And yes, it gets you in front of the right people and it's good to be in that environment, but you don't want to, well, I personally do not want to be known as the squash girl, you know, and that's the thing. Like, you know, if you're not actually out there doing your thing and you're getting a lot of TV time, but you're just doing a lot of squashes, it's like, there is a point where you have to be like, okay, like how do I rebalance things? How do I reframe things?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
the
am
crowd was behind you that night.
back. I love every time I get to do it. I do it if it makes sense for my schedule. I reach out. So yeah, I would love to come back at some point in time when it makes sense for me to do so. There are people that go to crazy lengths to do extra work. Like I know people that will like fly across the country to do extra work just to be a security guard or something. And if that is your hustle and you have those resources to do that, like there's no one path in this business and that is your choice. But I do think that there is a point in time which you have to have a very realistic conversation with yourself and the trajectory of your career and what you could be doing with your time and your resources that would be more beneficial. Because they know you exist if you're there, right? Like they know you exist, they've seen you. WWE doesn't really do matches these days, but AEW does. So AEW is seeing work if they have you in. They're aware. And I think
you got a good pop that night.
Therapy is the thing, but like also like take those opportunities, take the exposure, keep that momentum strong, keep working, keep grinding, keep hustling. If they're watching you, they're going to watch and see what you do post that opportunity, right? Or I would like to think that they do. I do not know what their scouting for that is, full disclosure. But I would like to think that if they are interested in you, they're going to want to see you keep working and they want to see you keep growing and then maybe have you come back again in a couple of months, you know? So it's just you have to like evaluate every now and then, right? Like you have to kind of take some time and look and see what you've done and where you're going and what makes sense for you. And for me, it's one of those things that I always enjoy doing, but I like to make sure that it makes sense for me to be doing it, right?
Yeah, and you had that night. You got a good pop. Like hearing it live,
it was so fun. It was really cool.
Like,
it's always cool. Like, you're like, oh my god, they actually like. Even if they don't recognize me, it's like, oh, they liked me enough to cheer. That's cool, you know? Because like, if it were me in the crowd, I'd be like, who are these scrubs? Megan and Lena, you know, like these beautiful goddesses. Like, I don't give a crap about these girls. So, but no, it's always wonderful when the fans support us as local talent because it does make you feel less like a jobber.
Well, and you had some action in there. Like you threw a couple shots, which was nice. Like it's not like it was a complete squash.
No, I was like, I'm gonna run around a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah, like if I'm remembering it correctly, you had some offense. You and Ali did, but you more so had more than her, I think, in that match. And then, like I said, the crowd was behind you. So I mean,
I was also like a hometown girl. That taping was 10 minutes from where I grew up, so it was really, really cool. I'm probably the only wrestler to be a Salisbury, Maryland, like hometown person. Like maybe there are a couple more, but. Yeah, it was cool. I couldn't like for weeks after that because it's a small town. I would go to the gym to work out and like I could not get through a workout in less than 2.5 hours because people would like come up to me in the gym and be like, "Oh, were you at?" You know,
no way.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think you were on that Dynamite my kids 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "Well, yeah, that was me. I had a little match, you know." So then you have a conversation because it's always nice, right? But I was like, oh my god, I can't get through a workout. I can't get through a workout. It's like it's finally tapering off, but it was really, really aggressive for like 2 or 3 weeks. I started having to go to the gym like very late at night because I was like, I just want to you're like talking for 2 or 3 hours in the middle of the day.
Wow, that's awesome though. It's good to see that kind of success.
Cool, right? It feels good. It's like I don't want to sound like I'm complaining about that, but like it was cool for sure. Like that's fun.
No, dude, like I said, you fucking killed it that night.
It was great to have a good showing. It really was. Considering where I came from and my last experience there, it was really good to have a great showing. I was very happy and very grateful for it.
How's the hockey going?
No, it's all right. We're doing good. We're going to the playoffs here in a couple of weeks. We've got like 3 more games. Team's got a pretty good record, so very, very happy, very grateful.
Goals and assists? What are you at?
I think I have like 2 goals and I've got like maybe like 10 or 12 assists. I've been playing on the right wing this season. I've never really been a goal scorer, unfortunately. It's just like if it happens for me, it happens. Like the one was just like a real wide shot from like the circle. But I like to kind of just like my game a little bit more is just kind of like get in the way, clear pucks out, get them up to the center and like support them at the net when I'm playing wing. I have a little bit of size So sometimes you can just tie people up. Someone can pick the puck up and then you can support them. I don't want to get too into the nitty-gritty here, but I've kind of taken a more of like supportive role, like an offensive defenseman, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Excellent goal scorers on my team, phenomenal players, like girls that have been playing like way longer than me that just, I don't know why they're playing with us because they're so good, right? But it's always a treat when you have them and they're very coachable. Like they're good player coaches and you learn so much. It's been good for me too because you got to have something other than wrestling. You really do. Everybody does.
Do you ever worry about getting hurt doing the hockey to where you can't wrestle?
No, because our league has a very large age range in it, so people are generally very reasonable. I know there are players in our league that are like 67, 68, and then there are also players in our league that are like 19, 20. So everyone's kind of very cognizant of this and about the fact that we are adults that have jobs we have to go to the next day, so people are not super aggressive, which is kind of nice because I just want to have fun. I'm not trying to run people over. It gets a little spicy every now and then, but you know who and you can and can't get away with it with, you know?
Yeah. If you do get a bruise or anything, it probably makes you look more badass when you wrestle because, like I said,
blocked a shot last week and it got me, like Nick maybe knows where this is. Like I blocked a shot and it like got me in that spot between the bottom of your pant leg and the top of your shinny. I was just like, oh, that's
Yeah, that doesn't feel right. I don't feel good enough.
like, but I'm glad. I'm very proud that I did that because a lot of people are like pussies and don't block shit.
But going back to wrestling, you're a big person that believer in manifesting things. So
dude,
I know you asked us.
% a thing. I was laying in bed the other day before I had my title match at Symphony, thinking of all the different ways I could maybe win this match. Like I was like, well, if Secret does this, I'm going to do that. If Anya does this, I'm going to do this. Like if this happens, I can do this. Like I really tried to just game it, you know, be a gamer. And just
we took your tips of playing and thinking and stuff, and that's how we got some of the guests we got. But who is it that you want to defend each title against? Manifest that. Like, who do you think? I know you asked us as fans, who should I defend this title first? But who is it that you, in your head, actually want to defend these titles against? Each one.
I would love to defend the Spark Joshi title against Danny Mo. She's also had a lot of matches at Spark Joshi, so that would be a really fun, I think, face-off. Two very different styles, size difference, experience difference. Like,
she's actually one we really want to interview.
I would also, you know, always be an honor to make a title defense at Spark against any international talent that they have on the docket. I would say beggars can't be choosers, but everybody they book in that sense is very, very skilled and would be an excellent matchup to have. Like Gypsy Mac, I would love to make a defense of that Spark Joshi title against Gypsy Mac. It is the Pacific Championship. She is a West Coast girl, so I think that there should be some West Coast defenses on that tenure for sure. As far as Symphony, I think that the women's title tournament that they held showcased a lot of really good, strong talent. And I would like to maybe offer some talent, some opportunities to those girls who like got screwed along the way by heels. You know, someone cheated, they didn't get their shot. So I would love to make good on some of those promises. Like even Sigrid is entitled to her title shot because, you know, she's not had a singles with me. She, you know, wasn't the one that got pinned. That's a very valid statement. And I am, if nothing, a benevolent goddess, and I totally intend to make good on her wish to have that singles in the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Damn. You read my appetite. I really want you and Danny Mo now. Now that you said that, that's what would matter.
Danny, it would be really fun, right? I just try to think of like, oh man, I would love to make like a title defense against like Alice Crawley to
get out of my head, Kaia.
In the title tournament, and it was an incredible matchup. And I would just like to go revisit that with her with something big on the line.
Let's manifest all of these.
Now shows up when the lights are the brightest, right? So
you're gonna manifest it so hard, you're gonna end up like in a 6-way match with everybody you just mentioned now.
Well,
like I said,
there's a match.
You gotta show up when the lights are the brightest. I mean, there are a lot of people that can't do that. Like they can be there all along the way, but when it's, you know, time for the big dogs to come eat, it's like, all right, where are you at? So I don't want to be one of those champions. Like I want to like be there when the lights are the brightest. Like I want to show up. I want to have good matches. I want to extend opportunities to people because I think that that's what makes a good champion, is not being a chicken shit about it. Yeah, like I think that a lot of people like when the lights are the brightest, they fold or they can't hang or they don't show up. And it's like, I want to show up. You know, I want to be a fighting champion in both cases.
So I want to. Okay, I gotta word this. So a mutual friend of ours, all of us in here, says that Boston is the place to be in October.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Boston's a pretty great place to be in general, and I know that that's not everyone's opinion, but I enjoy going to Boston. I love working for Focus Pro. Anytime I can eat a giant meatball at Strega, I'm a very happy girl. Like,
so you gotta give Evan shit because I asked him, I was like, "Yo, we're having Kaia on today. Come in and say hi," and he's like, "I gotta put the kids to bed," and I'm like, "Yo,
he's got dad duties."
I know he's on dad duties. Y'all are talking about manifesting matches. There's one match that I want to see because I don't think I've seen.
Steph DeLander. She domed me with that title, and I'm still pissed about it. If everybody thinks I forgot about that because I was busy winning other championships, they're sorely mistaken.
Oh, well, trust and believe. When we had Evan on here, we gave him shit for the fact that you lost the title to Steph.
She cheated, dude. I had a goose egg on my head for weeks. I couldn't even put my fucking helmet on. Like, I put my helmet on, and like the goose egg from where she domed me with the title was right where your helmet pushes your head, and I was like pissed about it every time I played hockey. So if she thinks I forgot, no, bitch, I did not forget.
Damn, clip that.
Save that energy. Save that energy for the end. But I want to ask: have you ever been in the ring? I don't think I've ever seen you in a death match.
Yeah, I don't do death match.
Okay.
Look at these nails. No.
I know, but
like, look at this. No. I love watching deathmatch. I think it's incredible. I love watching, like, oh my god, like I think one of my favorite deathmatch wrestlers was like Alex Colon. Like, it was incredible, right? But
I'm manifesting a match. I don't know. Hopefully, it happens one day. There is a certain wrestler from a different promotion that uses chains as the ring ropes.
Oh yeah, like ICW. That's fun.
Would you ever get into the ring with Angel Metro?
Absolutely. I would absolutely love to wrestle Angel Metro, and I think that it's really unfair to kind of like stereotype deathmatch people as always deathmatch wrestlers because Angel could go in any situation she was in.
Right.
Phenomenal worker across the board, right? So I would love to get in there and mix it up with Angel. I think that would be so fun.
Well, I mean,
I think she's worked very hard to get to where she is. I remember when she started her wrestling journey, just kind of like seeing it come into fruition. And she certainly has found her niche. But yeah, dude, she can go. I would love to have a match with Angel. I mean, maybe not a death match, but I would have a match with Angel. And I think Angel would be able to hold her own. She's very, very good.
I mean, NHB is in Boston. She's a NHB is in Boston, though. So I don't know.
And I can get a meatball. Maybe. Y'all ever been to Boston?
Honey, can we go to Boston in October? She's shaking her head. She's gonna kill me after we're done.
None of y'all have been to Boston?
No.
I've been to Boston 100 times. I used to live in Connecticut. I used to go there all the time. I'm a Celtics fan. I drove. You know how many times I went to go see the Celtics in person? So
at the old cabin.
I haven't been past Missouri, so
okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I've never been to a Bruins game though.
Oh my god! So when I was in Vegas, I was like, I'm not doing wrestling shit the entire time I'm out here. I'm gonna do some other stuff while I'm in Vegas, right? So we got tickets. Me and Rory and Pat from Pro Wrestling Symphony got tickets to a Vegas Golden Knights game because I have not been to T-Mobile Arena yet. And I'm trying to go to all the arenas. So I was like, well, we're here. Let's cross it off. It's the end of the season. Tickets are cheap. And I went to this hockey game, and this does tie back to Boston, right? I went to this hockey game, and it's like they have fire and dragons and like the worst clubs you could ever fucking imagine between every intermission and every stoppage of play. Like, and it's just like casino noise and flashing lights and showgirls and cheerleaders and like everything. It is like a spectacle. Okay.
At the Golden Knights game? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And like, I was just sitting there and I was like, well, this is an enjoyable spectacle, I really would prefer to be at TD Garden with my massive beer in a sippy cup and my hot dog on a piece of bread while they play their shitty organ and Charlie McAvoy puts somebody into the bleachers.
The Celtics do that. They have the Celtics have the biggest halftime bullshit like every time.
Maybe I'm just a Northeast hockey fan, so I like the good old hockey game. But like, man, I'd love a hot dog on a piece of bread right now.
Hot dog on a piece of bread.
Yeah, that's the thing at the Garden. They like hot dogs and it's on a piece of bread. It's struggle meal at the Garden.
Sorry, but you know there's a requirement now that you have to come watch a game in Toronto. You know that, right?
I've never been to a game in Toronto. I've been to a game in Edmonton.
No, but that doesn't count.
It was fun.
He's just trying to hang out with you. That's all that is.
Molson's. It was great.
It doesn't. It's fucking Edmonton, dude. No, you gotta come to Toronto. When are you coming to wrestle in Canada? Never like when are you?
I wrestled in Canada last year. I did a show in Edmonton for Love Wrestling, and then I also did a show for. Oh my god, why am I drawing a blank? Oh, this is embarrassing. I don't even remember where I wrestled. It was Destiny. I did 2 shows for Destiny. One was in St. Catharines and one was in Mississauga. Sorry if I said that incorrectly.
You were okay. You said it right.
Pretty close.
No, the missus is from Saga, so we know you were pretty close.
Okay.
Nick is just jealous.
I would love to come back and wrestle in Canada. I think it's beautiful in Toronto in the fall. Honestly, like
hurry the fuck up, dude. Hurry up.
Nick just wants to hang out with you like we did. That's all it is.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's professional jealousy.
You, me, and Ed.
It's professional jealousy. You have no idea how many times he messaged our group chat while we were in Vegas. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, because we hung out with you for like 3 matches or something in a row. We were just standing there, and then we took that picture with Ed, and we showed him that, and he was like, "Motherfuckers!"
Are you shuffling hockey cards?
No, they're not.
Oh, you're not. Oh man, he's like, I don't have paper. Sorry.
No,
that's my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's his little like tick he has. He shuffles Yu-Gi-Oh cards while we're talking.
He shuffles boy paper.
Yes, leave it. Listen, don't worry about my boy paper. Just you figure out a way to get that jersey on site, okay? I need it before preseason.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's like
I'll get it
in
too.
the trenches for sports right now. I mean, SummerSlam is this weekend. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm not going this year, but I'm excited to watch. Coach got a good match. Can't wait to see that.
I was just going to ask, what match are you looking forward to this weekend? Is it
Seth and Roman? Absolutely. Oh my god, yeah, like all-timer. It's an all-timer. Like, can't wait. Absolutely.
See, a lot of people are just like shitting on SummerSlam.
A lot of people just like need to get over it. Like, just enjoy something. Like, oh my gosh, like, just can you not enjoy anything? Like,
well, have you seen the people about Redemption this past weekend?
No, I haven't. I try not to go terminally online. Are people upset about that?
Oh god. Oh god.
That's okay. Something will happen Monday for them to be upset about.
No, they're gonna ride a high for something happened today that people are gonna ride a high, but I'm not gonna spoil.
Oh yeah, I saw like yeah, I don't know spoilers. I saw Motor City came back, which is amazing. Good for them.
Yeah, dude.
There she goes. She spoiled. That's why I said I wasn't gonna spoil it.
I mean, all you have to do is open the Twitter machine, and it's like, oh, okay, shit.
I was going to say something did happen on Monday that people were hating on, the Joe Hendry Danhausen thing.
You know, I really just think there's something to be said for learning to enjoy things, and it's okay if not everything is for you. There's plenty of stuff that's not for me. I don't need to go complain about it and waste my precious energy. Like, I would rather focus my energy on things I enjoy, or finding enjoyment in things, like finding enjoyment in Joe Hendry and Danhausen.
I do want to shout out Oba, because Oba took what could have been a disaster and a mistake and corrected it right there in the ring. The security guard he had like over rotated for the power bomb, and instead of going through with the spot, he kind of saved him and like reset it.
Being a professional, honestly, good for him. You should always be professional and always lead with safety. That's just my opinion. I do not think there's anything in the wrestling ring that is worth injuring somebody for because you just had to do it. There's nothing that anybody just had to do. Yeah,
how was that split with you? Because
you should be professional and protect each other. It's just wrestling.
Is that a conscious fight within yourself? Because in wrestling, you always got to protect your opponent.
No,
You
it's
got to be
not.
safe.
There's
But you're
never
also a
been-
hockey player. So it's like, is half of you like, damn that?
I mean, even in hockey, there is a way to body check somebody that is correct. It's actually similar to a shoulder tackle in wrestling. That's why I just run through people on shoulder tackles. Why?
Dude, I don't want to play against you. I just don't. If ever somebody gonna get hurt,
Put shoulder right in the logo of your jersey. Watch me.
Are you gonna take my idea and
bring
make
it.
your broomstick to the witch a hockey stick, but it's a broomstick at the same time?
I can't remember who it was, but one of my favorite hockey things I've ever seen a gif of was I honestly, I wish I could remember who was in this clip. Maybe Nick will have seen this. Somebody went to just plow someone in the corner, because that's where you get plowed. And it was like a very large hockey player and I don't want to say small, because honestly, like being 5'10 or 5'11 and 180 or 190, you're not a small dude, but in hockey, you're smaller. It was a smaller dude. And the guy like looked at him and just like went to his belly, just went flat. And this guy just went right into the glass, like head first. Like, and it was like, you know what? There is no rule saying you can't just drop to your belly and not get hit. Like, I mean, that's really smart, especially if you're small. Right? It just popped me because I was like, well, there's no rule saying you can't do that. Like, you can't, like, get on your hands and knees and knock someone ass over a tea kettle. You can't submarine them. But, like, there is no rule saying you can't just go flat on your stomach and, like, not get fucking killed.
Yeah, but belly flop on ice? I don't know how smart that is.
Well, the guy was coming out. I think I remember who you're talking about. I just don't know. I don't know who exactly.
Was it Jacob Truba? Was the Truba train coming in hot?
Yes.
I don't know who the smaller player was, but I just remember he like kind of dropped and like ducked and like the guy just, and I was like, you know what? Respect. Like, you didn't have to take that hit. Like, respect.
It's gonna bother y'all now when y'all don't remember who it is.
Right.
I'll probably message you randomly like, let's fucking this person.
But I was like,
no, you're right.
It's like finding a way around the rules, right? Like, oh, okay. I mean,
well, it's true. I mean, listen, it's either you taking a hit to make a play or you get out of the way, right? Like,
you just get rid of the puck, hope for an interference call at that point. But
yeah, but I think the refs are too smart to call that.
Yeah.
So you're excited for Coach's match. What about the undercard? Is there something on the undercard you're looking forward to?
I'm gonna pull the card up real quick. Please don't judge me.
No worries.
Just because like I can't remember like what's on which night,
No.
Oh yeah.
Totally get that.
They just dropped it or something about who's on which night.
Yeah, they did that on Monday.
I'm looking real quick. Nick Aldis. I forgot Nick Aldis is having a match against Gunther, and I actually really want to see that. I think that's incredible. Nick's awesome.
Yeah.
Gunther's obviously an animal, so that'll be great. I think that'll be like a low key, like sneaky good match.
100%.
I mean, I think people know it will be a good match, but I think it'll be sneaky in the way of like how good it will be. Really, I think be Nick Aldis in a WWE ring.
I think it's a tale of two sides to the coin, right? Because a lot of the WWE Universe fans like have no idea about who Nick Aldis is other than a general manager. Like we were talking earlier about the percentage that's familiar with independent wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of the people that don't know about the NWA Championship run and maybe don't know about the Impact World title run. You know, and they just think this general manager dude is about to have a match with a guy that's known as the ring general, the career killer.
He's a big dude. Like,
and then there's the people like the fans in this room, and maybe the ones watching in the chat that know who Nick Aldis is. That's like, okay, if Nick Aldis has the rest of them, this is going to slap. Like, this is going to be a banger of a match. But then you just got that section of the fans that's like, general manager is going to wrestle Gunther?
I think there are some fun matches on this card, honestly.
100.
Like, I think that Sammy and Finn will have a great match. I think we all know that. And Chad Gable is awesome because it's just two wildly different styles of wrestling, but two very skilled individuals. So that
I almost guarantee that Nick and Gunther have been working with each other for the last like 4 months in that ring, knocking his rust off, like after the fans leave or before the
I
fans
don't know
come
how long
in.
it takes to knock rust off. Some people like bounce back very quickly, like a week or two, and they're good to rock and roll. It just depends. Nick's obviously in incredible shape still, so I don't think that it's probably going to be too much of a leap for him to get back in the ring.
Well, we always hear as fans that there's a difference between being in shape and being in ring shape.
Yeah, I mean, I think that honestly, like, what it really comes down to is like, if your legs go, you go. Like, I know that's nuts. I've noticed it. Obviously, in hockey, it's a thing. I've noticed it in wrestling as well. Like, most of the time when people are blown up, it's because their legs are done and they just can't get up. They're cooked, you know? So just like really.
Bag skate. Bag skate.
Yeah, it's like you've got to make sure that when you're training like an athlete and you're training for athletic movement. A lot of people come into pro wrestling not from athletic backgrounds. I mean, a lot of people do these days, especially with like WWE bringing in athletes. But on the indies, you know, how many people in the indies are really coming in with a very strong athletic background? So it's, you know, then they're like, oh, well, I got to get in shape. I'm going to lift weights. I'm going to strength train. I'm going to get muscles, you know, upper body business, brother, right? So they start doing all of that. And then they don't have any mobility. They don't do any plyometrics. They don't have any like acceleration, rapid deceleration, like redirection ability, and they have a lot of injuries. Or you just get gassed in the ring because you don't know how to like push through hypertrophy, push through the burn, how to breathe, how to create recovery for yourself. So yeah, I think it's a thing. I don't necessarily think it's a ring shape thing as much of it is like, do you train like an athlete type thing? And I think a lot of people just do not train like athletes. To their detriment. You should. It's also like a lot easier. Like, I mean, it's hard, but it's like there's a lot to be said for like just jumping around. Plyometrics.
Well, we just had Jeffrey Johns on the channel too, and he even said the same thing. He was like, you know, I changed out because we talked to him and we noticed that even he was moving a little differently, a little bit quicker, a little bit better. And he said the same thing. He's like, I changed my entire workout routine, and I'm doing so much better in the gym, and I'm just fucking killing it. And we're like, yeah. So I mean, what you just said is kind of
wrestling's a lot of athletic movement. Like, yeah, it's a lot of strength, a lot of power, and it's a lot of cardio, but it's a lot of like very athletic movement in a very small space, right? So
yeah,
it does. I mean, I'm not a personal trainer or a certified athletic trainer, but in my opinion, I think that it would behoove you to like do a little bit of jumping when you work out. You know,
I mean, you just have 2 championships to prove it. So I mean,
right?
Last everybody, gas in the tank.
You need a third. You need a third. Evan.
You know, it's a thing, man. Just like being able to like have that gas in the tank in anything you do. Like even on my hockey team, it's summer. People are on vacation. We've only been benching like 10 players for like 3 weeks now, 3 or 4 weeks, and that's rough.
Yeah.
But we've pulled off some really impressive wins against teams that are benched with 14 people, just on the sheer basis of being better, having better conditioning, right? So I do think that conditioning is a key, but it's not just like running around in the ring like a crazy person. There are ways to like build conditioning and increase your VO2 max and become a more well-rounded, better athlete that will benefit you in professional wrestling.
I'm trying to think of who it was that told us her leg. Oh, Kid Bandit. She was like her legs were just. That's how she kind of knew, or her knee. I think she said and that's how she kind of knew it was time to call it a career, even though she hasn't been wrestling that long. When we interviewed her, that's what she told us.
I mean, you got to take care of your body in anything you do, right? You've got to prioritize like sleep, recovery, the correct type of training, the correct amount of training. You don't want to overtrain. You know, it's a constant. It's like every day I wake up and I'm like, how am I going to train to be a better athlete, be a better wrestler? How am I going to be better in the ring? How am I going to be faster in the ring? How am I going to move better? How am I going to look like I'm moving better, right? How am I going to skate faster? How am I going to be more explosive? You know, how am I going to be able to like change direction quick? How are my feet going to be faster? So it's a work in progress. And I just think that you constantly have to be working at it. You can't slack up.
And then you have the mental aspect of it. Like I said, I used to play football, and I remember I messed my ankle up, and the day I came back and the coach is like, you're up. Like the whole mental part of it, like, oh shit, am I gonna move the wrong way and hurt my knee again? I mean my ankle again and it's like you get all the shit put in your head, and then but you just gotta go out and do it again.
Yeah, a big part of
Well,
my
it's all
rehab process for my shoulder was restoring confidence in athletic movement and not having any kind of hesitation that would cause me to be re-injured. And that's the whole mental side of it is wild. I know professional sports teams have sports psychologists that deal with their athletes and address that. I believe AEW has a team of sports psychologists as well. Someone told me that, which
not
is really
surprising.
awesome. Which is really awesome that they have that for their athletes, because there is a whole mental side to performance that I think a lot of people do not pay any mind to.
Well, I mean, you talk about even the athletes in the sports psychology. When you have a guy in the locker room like a Colby coming from a football background the way he does, I'm sure he has that athlete psychology. You know what I mean? So, like, definitely you have people around you that you can kind of feed off of, right?
Yeah, and that's just a lot of sports specific training too, like looking at breaking down the type of movements you're going to be doing and what you need to do to be good at them. No two sports are exactly the same. There are some similarities between some things, but you got to train for the sport you're playing and the sport you're doing.
Hockey is the hardest sport in the world. Just saying.
Yeah, because you got to skate and do that shit at the same time. It is hard.
It's hard. I was talking to a friend of mine today about this. It's like, how do you explain to people like playing hockey? And I'm just like, I don't know. I just play hockey. Like I know that's crazy. It sounds so crazy, but it's like you're not thinking of your hands or you're skating when you're playing. You're in the game. You're in the game, right? But yeah, have you ever seen those TikToks where it's like rage baiting people where it's like, what would you do if you were more athletic? And it's like, excuse me.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm like, I guess maybe pro wrestling.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
my son did hockey in high school for like 3 months, and then he was like, I'm not doing this no more.
Well, dude, you got to think about it. You're playing a sport. And when people don't, like, some people are, I don't know if they're naive or just trying to be funny, but you think about it, with hockey, you're playing on 2-inch thick blades attached to your feet.
You're not even balancing on that most of the time. You're balancing on an edge that's probably the width of a sewing pin. Like, you have 2 inches on your skates. So it's like you're not even.
No. So for people to be like, oh, it's not the hardest sport, I look at them, I'm like, you guys are on crazy drugs.
Oh my god! I just thought of a weapon for you in a hardcore match.
Very humbling. I think in wrestling, one of the things that humbles people the most is running the ropes and just realizing how difficult that actually is to do. That is a very humbling experience. Wrestling, I've noticed that. When it comes to hockey, I think it's just like, okay, now hold this stick. Okay, now you have to control the puck, but you can't look down because someone will kill you. So you have to look up, and you can't look at the puck, but you have to feel it on your stick. Oh, by the way, you also still have to be skating. Oh, and you can't just skate back and forth. You need to be moving laterally. You need to be crossing over both directions. So when you start adding these layers, I think that people are like, oh, shit, this is like really hard. It is. I think it's the hardest thing. I think hockey's harder than pro wrestling. I know people always say that like this is the hardest thing they've ever done, and I would believe that for most people, but I think hockey is much more difficult to like become very good at than pro wrestling. Like, both require a lot of dedication and a lot of time, but like I can't tell you like the amount of hours like just learning to skate that these guys probably put in. You know, people go to wrestling school for 3 months and they're off to the races and they can hang. You cannot ice skate for 3 months and play hockey. Like, that's just
no. That's the first thing you got to try to get down. That's the toughest part he had to get down, just skating alone. He was like, damn it, now I got to do the hockey part too.
With wrestling, I would say the hardest thing about wrestling is like getting the hamster off the wheel and just trusting yourself to do it, because you overthink. Like, you're overthinking, right? Because wrestling, you're also trying to do a lot of things at once. You're trying to entertain the crowd. You're bumping. You're yelling. You are trying to remember what you have to do next. Where the match is going. Like, you're trying to like be in the right spot. Like, there's a lot of variables in pro wrestling, and I think that a lot of people get very caught up in that. So yeah, it's just learning to like take the hamster off the wheel, as I say, and just like trust yourself to do what you need to do.
Well, I just thought of a new weapon for you. I know you don't do hardcore matches, you just said, but if you do,
I do hardcore matches. I just don't like glass. I just think glass is very dangerous.
Well, you got to take the broomstick for your witch gimmick, and then put
I've
a like
done
a.
that.
No, but
I've
I'm
done
saying,
that. I was
listen.
in the JCW Bunkhouse Brawl, and I
No,
brought.
but what I'm saying, you gotta have like a gimmick blade from the ice skates at the tip, and like that. Now you got your hockey and your witch gimmick.
I'm surprised nobody's cut somebody with a hockey skate in a death match. I would imagine that A, it doesn't really go in line with most people's gimmicks. B, hockey skates are expensive, and C, that blade is very, very sharp and very dangerous, and you probably would have a difficult time gimmicking that blade.
There's got to be a way to gimmick it though, and it'll fit you perfectly on the end of a broomstick. Yeah, it will.
You probably could just put clear tape over it, but people would see that.
Yeah.
That's something you can do to the boys. You can put clear tape over their skate blades so they eat shit when they step out on the ice. That's a thing people do.
That's the thing that everybody does in the locker room.
Squirt water down the back of their pants and they get a jersey tuck.
Oh my
So my wife, the missus just turned around, and I just asked her, I'm like, what do you think the hardest sport is? And this bitch said golf.
Golf is crazy hard. Who are you? I actually agree.
Oh, your wife, a bitch. On top of that,
Kaya's on your side.
Golf is hard as shit. Like, it is like something like even like PGA level golfers only have like a 1 in like 60,000 chance of getting an ace. And that is like with skill and training and rangefinders and everything. Like, there are guys on the PGA tour that have never hit a hole in one. Like, golf is diabolical.
my sister-in-law could play golf. I can't.
I don't think
I'm
it's
too
physically
loud.
demanding, but I do think
Yeah.
it's extremely difficult to be proficient at. I do not think it's as physically demanding as like pro wrestling or hockey. I would say the hardest sport is probably boxing because you're literally just fighting for your life. Like boxing's crazy. I think boxing's probably the hardest. And then I would say either hockey or gymnastics. Like gymnastics.
Gymnastics is not hard. Stop it.
If I'm being honest, I did boxing and MMA. I had a harder time doing MMA than boxing.
Yeah, I mean, any kind of fighting, I think, is the top, like, hardest. You're literally fighting another human being. But as far as, like, athletic skill, I would say, like, ice hockey / figure skating, I guess, or
Figure skating.
gymnastics. Yeah. Gymnastics is very difficult.
Gymnastics is not hard. You guys are
Okay, well, you get on that beam and do a perfect little, like, 360 varial dismount.
Yo, I do that shit. Yo,
Your
honey,
floor
don't I do
routine.
360 variables in my
I'll say this though.
Your
In
floor
terms of
routine for us.
in terms of transition into wrestling, I think a gymnastic background,
yeah.
a football background,
Or
or
an amateur wrestling
are the like two best things to be good at
Oh,
to
yeah.
transition to wrestling.
You know how much I've been shit on in this business because I'm not a gymnastic background person, like, and I don't do flips. Like, I will have a perfectly fine match and people think I suck because I can't do a flip. Like, it's a thing. It's crazy. Yes, I think having a very, like, acrobatic athletic background is absolutely an advantage in pro wrestling for sure. That is a huge advantage. You will also get over very quick if that is your background. Like, that. People love it. Like,
I think
it
that's
is-
why they started the NIL program.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And a lot of those girls are like, what? They're like cheerleaders, gymnasts.
Yeah.
Like Sol Ruka was a gymnast, right? And then,
yeah, she was.
Ada Parker was a volleyball.
is it Kalani Jordan? Was she a gymnast as well?
I believe so.
Yep,
That girl
she
in the
was.
Indies, Rachel Lay, she was a gymnast, and she does
Mhm.
some really, really cool things.
She's in our intro. Yeah, we interviewed. She told us about that. Yeah,
It's cool. So yeah, I definitely think that being a gymnast or a dancer of any kind or cheerleader is very advantageous to pro wrestling if you were a female getting into this sport for sure.
Ready? Okay.
And believe it or not, I think having MMA backgrounds, I think is a little more difficult because you're so used to having to go out and like beat the out of your opponent and like hurt them to have to learn how to. I don't want to, I'm not using that word, but to learn how to kind of like hold back is difficult.
If you look physical, which is also like, I hate fluffy wrestling. Like, I hate when, like, I want to say, like, this shit's fake. Let's not remind people, So I do like that element of physicality people like Shayna Baszler or like Natty bring, right? Because it looks like, oh my God, she is this
They'll
girl.
fuck you up.
Like, what? I love that. I love when it feels like a fight. I think there's something to be said for having really believable physicality in pro wrestling. but being safe about it. Yeah, like that's a huge advantage, I would imagine, too, if you have like any kind of amateur wrestling background. I'm trying to think if there's any transference from hockey, other than like you're just tough.
I think you're the only one making it work.
You're tough. I would say that you probably have like good footwork. Like out of all my short wrestling, I've never had poor footwork, and I probably would attribute that to skating.
I'd probably say some of the conditioning, going back and forth
it's
at
very
high speeds on the
interval-based, right?
ice.
Like you're going like if you're a forward, you're going 45 seconds to a minute full clip, and then you sit and you get to breathe. So it is more interval based than pro wrestling, where pro wrestling is like just a 10-minute sprint. It's not interval based at all. You're just going the whole time. This is interesting, and I don't know if anybody else could weigh in on this take or has an opinion on it, but hockey moves very fast. It is very, very, very fast. And I feel like since I've started playing more hockey, when I do have matches, I feel like it's like slow-mo. Like it doesn't look like, I don't look like I'm slow when I'm wrestling. But in the ring, when I'm present, I don't feel like I'm scrambling or I need to rush to my next spot or my next thing. I feel like I can see the whole ring and I have all the time in the world to get to where I need to go.
Oh, you mean in your own head? Like it's not that you're moving slower in your head. Yeah.
Like, wrestling also moves quickly, but it feels slow to me.
In comparison, considering you do both, I can see why wrestling would feel slower because
I think that might be
you're going back and forth on the ice.
My panic circle is very large. Like, have you ever heard the panic circle saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like in sports, your panic circle is like you get possession of a ball or a puck or whatever. And if you have a small panic circle, you're like, ah, and you throw it. You just get rid of it, right? Or like in wrestling, like if shit goes off the rails, you're just like, ah, and you start doing crazy things. Like you're not thinking, you're just.
Because
I think I have a very large panic circle, and like I'm not like very reactive in that sense. I think that does help.
You said, right?
And I think, in wrestling also you have multi-person matches a lot of the time. So it's not all about you getting to your next spot.
It's
you
where
may
are we
do
going?
something.
Where are we driving the boat? Like we can get there.
Yeah.
Like what's next? Like
you may do something to set up the other person.
Like, is somebody like where are we at in the match, and where do we need to get to? Like that's kind of how I think of it. Not necessarily what moves I've called that I have to do. I think like, okay, where am I driving the boat to next? I did see like Jaden Daniels was a quarterback for the Commanders, right? He trains with like this VR thing where like everything moves super fast. So that way when he goes to actually play his games, like it feels slow. And he feels like when he's in that pocket, he's got all the time in the world to like make the throw. And I was like, God, that's like such a crazy like neurological hack to like just train yourself to like see everything happening like 5 times faster than it happens in real life. So that way when real life happens, it feels slow. Like he's playing chess. We're all playing checkers. Like that's crazy.
I agree.
But I bet like your best wrestlers, right? Like I'm sure if you're like a top level main event talent, like you have a little bit of that in your vision as well. It feels slower to you. You don't have as big of a panic circle per se, based off of like confidence, experience, what have you.
Ooh, no, you're right. Because I mean, like it's like you said, you're going full clip, 45 seconds. You need to be on point, right? So things are kind of slow, and like the way I look at it is you have to slow things down in your mind, right?
Take a second.
Like,
you have
exactly right. Take a second to make that play. Same thing.
Well, I mean, hockey, for the sake of the argument here, though, is a game of patterns. I mean, like, wrestling, I think, has a little bit more going on in that sense. Like, there's different ways that things can be going. I mean, I don't know, not to say that a match doesn't have a structure and a pattern to it, but you get better at, like, figuring out where you're trying to get to in anything, right? Or, like, reading play, per se. Like, the wrestling equivalent of reading play is figuring out what the next part of the match is you need to get to, or, like, where it's going, being able to anticipate. So
I am going to bring this comment up because it's rare that we get this person commenting, but we have a comment from Andrea Ferrante.
Okay.
What? That's Nick's wife, by the way.
Oh, hi, Andrea.
Hey guys,
Oh,
Nick
luge.
wants me to
Yeah,
share
oh my
what
God,
I think the hardest sport is. Definitely luge, hands down. Also, hey Kaia.
Oh my God. Yeah, I didn't even think about all the crazy ass like Olympic sports like skeleton. Or like what's the ski jumping where they just launch themselves? Like you know what? She's 100% right. There is some really crazy shit out there that I didn't even think of. I was just thinking of like golf, hockey, like run-of-the-mill sports.
She's dying.
Yeah, luge is wild. Luge is
Okay,
wild.
I'm stupid. I honestly don't even know what luge is. I'm sorry.
It's not golf. Stop.
You know what luge is?
No.
It's like where they go. Luge is when they're like feet first down the ice slide, right? It's a
Oh, okay.
Skeleton.
Okay.
They're like this.
Yeah. No, skeletons when they're head first. Luge is feet first. And then there's obviously bobsled as well. And they all go down the ice track. Crazy shit people do. How do you even train for that? Like, how do you go, Mommy, I want to do luge? Like,
What's the one where they sweep the thing on the ice?
Oh, curling.
Curling, yeah.
Curling is difficult. Have you ever tried curling? It's very hard.
I've watched someone do it. I've never tried it myself. But that shit look crazy hard.
Curling does get pretty. Curling does get pretty difficult. It's not boring. Oh my God.
Gotta love the side commentary here.
We're just like debating sports and their difficulty now.
Hey, I love it though.
But I will say, like, golf is enjoyable. You don't have to be good at golf.
Okay, bye.
Like, I don't think I've ever like had like under 100 strokes in a game. Like, I'm not a good golfer, but golf is enjoyable. So
you gotta find the hole.
Yeah.
I can't shut up long enough to be a spectator of golf, so
I can actually like watch. No, I can watch golf on TV. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, I can watch golf on TV. I don't know how people like, oh, it's so boring, and I'm like, but it's beautiful. Like, it's so scenic, and like if you understand golf, it's like it can get a little bit like tense at times. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like old Kaia watching golf.
Get off my lawn, kid!
There's that kid from Auburn that just like dummied all those fools. Like he dummied Scotty Scheffler and all of them this past weekend in that big tournament. Oh my God, it was incredible though. Oh, can't remember anything. I'm tired.
What tournament? I'm tired. Yes. Well, I was gonna ask. This is gonna be a simple question. How are you? How are things? How are you? How's
that should have been the first question, dude.
I know, but we got right into it.
That's who it was.
That's always my first question when I'm hosting. That's supposed to be your first question.
I know. But
I'm doing great. Honestly, I'm doing great. Again, like I always say, it's important to have a lot of things going on in your life that are not just wrestling. So, my life is very full. I am an auntie to a 2-year-old nephew that I love. Obviously, I have my hockey thing going on. Work has been busy, but it's great. It's always fun to like be able to work, and I do graphic design, so that's great. Love I have a work from home, no people job most of the time, so I can just put my headphones on and do my thing and zone out. I get a lot of people exposure through wrestling, so it's nice to like not have to deal with people during the week most of the time.
Easy to make gear.
No, things are going really well, and I think that it's just a big part of that is just always remembering to be like mindful and be present and not like get caught up in all the minutia that doesn't actually matter. Like as you get older, like one of the things you realize is how little most things matter. So not everything feels like this crazy thing.
100%. You need to. It's very simple to say, but it's even easier when you get the hang of practicing it. But just pick your battles.
Dude,
ain't no sense in getting worked out
there's not
about
a single
something
person on the internet that is worth fighting with, in my opinion. I love spectating people being crazy on the internet. Like, I will doom scroll for hours reading people being crazy on the internet. No desire to contribute my 2 cents to any of it.
Yeah, the less that you worry about trying to change things that you have no control
I don't
over,
reply
the
to
better.
anybody. Like, I can put my opinion out there and people will weigh in on it, and that's fine. I don't need to reply to them and get into it. It's like, cool, I'm glad you shared your opinion too. I don't need to fight with you about it. Like,
And some people don't share their opinion and expose themselves just as much.
Oh yeah, well, not everybody's opinion needs to be shared about everything, right? Pick and choose, but
yeah.
Well, but like, remember I mentioned I had some tweets of yours.
It's so bad in wrestling. A lot of people are so terminally online. It's like, please, like, go outside.
Go touch grass.
Well, remember,
grass.
I mentioned I had some tweets of yours. You put a tweet out, I think it was this past weekend, about sponsors.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude, you went
and you know, then there was the follow-up about people that aren't saying anything or kind of saying a lot by not saying.
Honestly,
Now,
I have a lot of respect for someone who basically says, like, I am aware this is a thing, and I have done this because it's what I felt like I needed to do to get my name out there, but I wish it wasn't a thing. I have a lot of respect for someone who says something like that.
Before we go down this road, I gotta say that tweet provoked Statboy to message me because, you know, we sponsor stuff at Symphonies. Like,
yeah, but you have
talking about us
advertisement for your business, right? So here's how I look at it. If you are a small local business, I don't know, an organization, a law firm, whatever, and you want to sponsor a wrestling show or a wrestler or a wrestling match and you work with the promoter, that is fine. That is normal business to me, right? Like you run an event, you get sponsors for it. That's business. Or like, let's say like I'm running a show and I'm at a venue and the venue's like, hey, we can get you a sponsorship from Coors Light. We'll sell Coors Light at the show and you put Coors Light logo on your poster. Like, vendor sponsorship is absolutely a thing. That is normal business. I would say in wrestling, if you are a podcast that has regular episodes and has an audience that you reach, that is a marketing investment for you. And that is a business transaction because you are sponsoring a match, you are sponsoring a part of the show, and you're getting your name out there and you're investing in the marketing for your podcast. No problem there. I don't think that it's appropriate for like fans to be paying the way for female wrestlers. Like and there are people that have good intentions. But there are a lot of people that don't have good intentions. And wrestling is a business with a lot of very young women in it. And I just really dislike the fact that it has been normalized that a lot of these booking expenses and fees have been outsourced to these types of people. You know, if you're running a show, it is your responsibility as a promoter to make sure that your talent is paid for and covered in a manner that is safe. I just don't like normalizing that as being part of the booking process. I don't begrudge any woman who has taken advantage of those sponsorships to get her name out there because, hey, that's the system that is now in place. I'm not mad at you for using that system to your advantage. I'm actually just very, very angry at the bunch of shitty men that normalized that system and gave you no other option.
Yeah, you're mad that the system exists.
I am not mad at you. I am mad at the people that have normalized this process.
Yeah.
It's a huge talent safety issue, in my opinion, as well, because
it is.
You don't always know. It's not like a business providing a sponsorship, right? You don't always know what the intentions of these people are. And then depending on the level of sponsorship or the amount of money this person is sinking into this, it's like, are they expecting something, right? Like, what does Chris Rock say? There ain't no sex in the champagne room.
It opens the door to too much.
This is going to be the interview that gets me canceled. But it's like, it does not come from a place of bitterness. It comes from a place of concern for women. And I just hate like the sexist idea that women are not booked and paid in the same fashion that men are. That is the entire issue with this.
That makes perfect sense because for every girl or woman, I should say, like yourself, you know, the early to mid 30s that's in this industry, you've got an Izzy Moreno who's 19. You know,
yes, I mean, Izzy is an adult, but it's still like women in general are,
barely legal. Like, you know, she's only 19. She's not even in her mid 20s yet. It's like you've got that juxtaposition. So it's
also like, and regardless of gender, there is a certain degree of life experience that you don't have when you're 20, whether you're male, female, non-binary, whatever, right? So you have to be cognizant of these young people in our business and protect them, regardless of their gender, but also just protect women regardless of their age, right? Because I don't want to be in that situation any more than someone who's young does, or vice versa. It's just a very poor business practice, in my opinion. And I know there are a lot of people that like, oh, well, Kaia's just upset because she's never had a sponsor like pay all of her flights. And it's like, you know what, like, girl, if you get that and that's working for you, that is you, that is your choice. You handle your business. You're an adult. I personally do not want to engage in any of those sorts of relationships with people because it's just not worth what you're opening, in my opinion. The can of
It
worms.
gives the person a sense of entitlement.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I really worry about with that is like people sometimes get the wrong read on that situation. It become very dangerous for the talent. It's something that I don't have a problem being outspoken about because it really is a safety issue and it's like a sexist thing and it drives me nuts.
We know that that's not why we sponsor stuff. We just trying to put our podcast.
Listen, you're a podcast and you're making a marketing investment into me. That is no different than any other business getting a sponsor.
And it's taken us some time to really get to
the entitlement is where the issue starts. Like, what is the expectation? Right. Like, what do these people now expect of these women? You know, and are these women being protected from that?
Yeah, and it's taken some time for us to really get to where we're sponsoring a women's match. Like when we were first approached by Symphony, we wanted to sponsor the women because, as you know, we're huge advocates for women's wrestling here. Mm-hmm. You know, I'd say 90% of our guests have been women wrestlers trying to get your names out, you know, but that match was already taken. And then we just parlayed that into the tag title match at the next show because we kind of were involved in setting that up in the previous sponsorship.
Yeah.
So then it was like, well, when you won the title, I went to the guys. I was like, okay, look, we need to sponsor Kaia this time. We had the tag champs going into the last show. We need the women's champ going into this show. Still need to get Colby. You know, let's just keep this momentum going. We're going to sponsor the champions and we'll hopefully have them on going into each show, you know, bring attention to you and them.
Podcasts have sponsored matches, men's matches, women's matches, whatever. Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Podcasts are a huge part of independent wrestling. I also recently had a tweet about how important it is to support independent media when it comes to pro wrestling and in general.
I retweeted that.
Support independent media. Stop getting all of your news from the TV. Please go out there and support independent media.
I saw that and retweeted it today. You know, it was off of the WWE radio thing.
Like our business and the nature of our work, like a podcast giving out a sponsorship is not like out of the norm to me. Okay. You know?
Like
Again,
I said,
all opinions. These are my opinions. There are plenty of people out there that have their own opinions on this, and that's fine too. There's a space for everyone to have an opinion here.
No, exactly.
People don't like your opinions.
It's okay. They don't have to. Like, it's an opinion. Like, it's fine. To me, it's like, I feel like it's one of those, like, you got to say something at some point. Like, hey, has anybody ever thought about, like, the optics of this and, like, what we're really doing here, what we're enabling, what we're encouraging, what precedents we're setting, what type of behavior we're normalizing that shouldn't be normalized? Yeah, I think it's good to ask questions in this instance and hold people accountable who are not protecting people in this business or putting them in bad situations.
Well, it's even
100%. And like I said, Statboy came to me about the tweet. Asking if you were talking about, you know, us or anything. I promised him I was going to ask you about it. So that's the only reason I brought it up. So.
Well, here's the other thing is, like, if I have an issue with someone in particular or specific, I will 100% always say it. Like, I believe that was a piggyback tweet off of Will Quintana calling out a sponsor who had been inappropriate in the past. So it's like, yes, somebody had already been called out. There was nothing like subtle about that. Because I don't think vague posting really helps when you're trying to advocate for change. No.
It made us a little nervous because you said that, and then Joe Gacy put out that a podcast ghosted him, and we're gonna have him on Monday. So we were like, "Damn, like they're not talking about us," because I know I didn't. We never ghosted him.
Guilty conscience.
Yeah,
you're fine. I just it's to me, it's like change doesn't happen from silence, you know, and it's something that I think that we should be at least aware of that happens in this business.
Yeah.
Not encourage that type of behavior.
And I wouldn't say it's guilty conscience, but it's definitely concern because we're down here in the scheme of things as opposed to some of the other podcasts and everything that's up here. So we don't want whoever ghosted Joe Gacy to affect him coming onto our show because that's a huge get for us. You know what I mean? So.
Well, and the other thing, like, even circling back with, like, the sponsorship thing, like, with it being a fan sponsorship is, like, to me, I feel like there is something that is ethically questionable about taking fan sponsorships from fans that may or may not have intellectual disabilities. And that is something that happens. And people take advantage of that. And it's like, all right, you know, like, it's just, to me, not necessarily, like, the best show of character to partake in that type of stuff. And I just never wanted that to be a part of my career.
I never even thought about that till you
Yeah,
just said
no,
that part
it's
of it.
absolutely a thing. And
yeah,
I mean, I guess some people don't see anything wrong with it and it doesn't bother them, and that's fine, because again, these are all opinions. But to me, like, there are a good handful of fans in wrestling that have intellectual disability, and I don't think we should like take advantage of that, you know, and not we should not like extort them financially and like, you know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll save all of these thoughts for a podcast one day when I'm no longer an active wrestler. But I just
let it be on ours.
Wherever my career goes, I just want to know that like I tried to like be a good person and be a good human. I want to like uplift people around me. I don't want to encourage like bad business practices in wrestling. I don't want to like make women feel like they have to do things like that in wrestling. So yeah, like if my impact on this business is just being someone who used their voice, like I'm also fine with that too.
And
That makes perfect sense.
And the companies that you were affiliated with, you mean the two major ones, they've got promoters that I think know how to run things. And
Yes.
way to run things, right?
Yeah, it's very
so the good thing is,
intentional on my part. Like I really choose not to work anywhere that's full of assholes these days. Like I just don't have the energy for it. Like, yeah, there are places I could probably work that would be good for my career, but in my opinion, the juice is not worth the squeeze. I do wrestling because it's enjoyable to me. I love getting to see my fans. I love being able to entertain my fans. Anything positive that happens for me in wrestling is a bonus to my life. That is how I look at this business. So,
and when we had Rory Connor and Pat on, they were
they're
glowing.
They've been so good to me. They have such a good environment. They book amazing talent. I like that their business is so structured. Their show days are very structured. They have run sheets. They have match agents. There's always someone, if you have any questions, you can go to. Like they are constant professionals.
And then you have on the other side of that coin, big bro Evan, right? Like
Evan's great. Evan has always taken good care of me. I remember when I first started wrestling after my injury, like he was one of the few people that afforded me opportunity. I love what he's built up there with Focus Pro in a very tough market. It's very competitive for independent wrestling in his area, and he has been consistent and he has booked good cards and he has seen the process through. And I love that his company is really starting to thrive now. That's awesome. They're good people. Evan and Brian are good people. So.
And you're good people, and we love having you on here. We love supporting you, Kaia.
Yeah, I try to be. I really there's something just to be said at the end of the day for knowing that your mark on this business is like, hey, I was just like a good friend to people. I was encouraging. I was supportive. I was a good human. I said something when things needed to be said. I took up for people who didn't have anybody in the corner. It's tough in a business like this because it's like entertainment. Like it's a sport, but it's not merit-based. It's very political and it's very cutthroat. And yes, we're all doing it together, but we're also all trying to like get to this one thing. And there's a very finite amount of spots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So just being a good human, being a good friend, being a good fellow wrestler, being a good person who supports people, like I would love to see more of in this business is when good people accomplish things, that there's an outpouring of support for them, because I think we should celebrate those wins. I think that a lot of people probably become very bitter and jaded from their time in this business, and they're very frustrated with what they did or didn't get. And due to that, they can't be happy for others. But there is so much joy to be found in being happy for other people and celebrating their wins. So to see more wins being celebrated in wrestling across the board.
Yeah, and that's a society. I think that's a society problem too, right? Like everybody's like it's so much negativity out there. It's just just
I don't want to be someone who contributes to that. I really don't.
No.
There's enough of it. I don't want to tell people things that are going to cut them down under the guise of like, well, I'm just being brutally honest. It's like, no, you're just being an asshole. You didn't use that.
I'm being brutally honest. You're a piece of shit.
I mean, like, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten feedback on my matches where someone's just like not telling me anything that's actually constructive, granular, or helpful, and they're just like shitting on whatever I did, and I'm like, you could have just not said anything. It's fine.
I was just going to touch on that and say there's a huge difference.
Quiet. It's okay. Like, you didn't like what I did. That's fine. You don't need to come over and tell me how much you disliked it. Like, that's okay. Like, I mean, you're allowed to dislike it, but like, I don't have to listen to you put me down.
I hope that didn't happen to you recently.
I mean, like, it happens all the time. It's part of this business. And you just have to like really learn how to like tune people out and be like, okay, well, thank you, and just move on. But because of that, like, one of the things I personally try to do is, if someone asks me, and even if someone doesn't ask me, sometimes I'll be like, hey, I watched your match and you did this spot where you whatevered, or you said this thing, or like this sequence looked really good. And I just want to let you know that that was awesome. And the fans really seem to like it. So you just might want to keep that moving forward. Like, keep that in your toolbox and do it again because it's working. Because, like, what if you're this person, right? And you've just gotten backstage and you've had your match, and Joe shits on you, Jim shits on you, Bob shits on you. And you're like, oh my God, like, dude, like, seriously?
Kill me now. Yeah.
And then, like, yeah, kill me now, right? And then maybe Nick comes over and is like, hey, Kaia, you know, when you did this thing, like, that was really cool. Like, I really enjoyed that. The fans really reacted. You got a good reaction to it. Like, you should do that again. Like, that was good. And then instead of this person like feeling bad about themselves and beaten up, like they can't wrestle, or like they're just so bad and they need to work, and it's all this negativity, they're like, oh, I did this one really good thing though. And like, if I do more good things, then like, and don't do as many of the things I'm not so good at, like eventually like I'll get there. Right.
Yeah.
So it's really just being encouraging and positive, and like having people like focus on like what works instead of what doesn't. And like a lot of that mindset from me comes from Seth, actually, is like, he always used to tell us, like, you know, if you have a bad match, you had it. You were in there. Like, you knew that it was bad when it was happening. Don't tell me you didn't. And he's very correct. He'd be like, don't watch a match like that 30 times. It's mentally abusive, right? You knew it wasn't great. It is what it is. Like, take what you can from it, but like, you've got to move on. But on the other side of the coin, he would say, now, if you have a match that went really well, right? Like, really went well, that's the one you need to watch. Like, that's what you need to watch, and you need to figure out why that match was so successful, and then that's what you replicate. And you don't concern yourself with the mistakes you make along the way, because we're all going to make mistakes, right? Yeah. And I was like, man, like, he's one of the only people in wrestling who's ever told me that, right? Because most of the time people are like, you got to watch your match, and you got to watch it 30 times, and you got to be like, I fucking suck. And then you need to take your match to this person, and they got to watch it 15 times, and then they need to cut you up and really give you a hard critique because you're not going to learn. And it's like, no, the only thing that's going to do is totally crush your confidence and set you back 3 months. Like, nobody needs to do that, I promise you. So yeah, I always try to give people like positive little notes of things that they did that I found enjoyable, or like that I noticed got a good reaction, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a big part of building people up around you in this business, and more people should hopefully take that approach instead of just being like gremlins, but we'll see.
No, I completely agree with you. You know, I was going to interject there. There's a huge difference between brutal honesty and constructive criticism. Huge difference.
If you were not, honestly, can I just tell you at this point, like while we're doing hot takes, if you were giving me feedback on a match and you are not actually telling me how to fix the thing you had an issue with, just stop. Like, because you're not helpful. Like, no. It's not helpful. Like, if your only thing that you're doing is pointing out where I fucked up, which I know, because again, to Seth's point, I was in the match. You're not being helpful. You're not helping me grow. There's nothing constructive about this. Your honesty is not needed because it was an event I lived. I'm not in delusion about what happened. However, if you notice that I do something in a match and you have a very valid point and you also are coming armed with things to help me do better next time, like, hey, Kaia, I saw you went to do this suplex spot and it looked a little choppy, and I think it was because you got into it this way. So next time you do that, maybe try grabbing them here and putting them there, or doing this first, and it'll feel more smooth and it won't be as choppy. Like, that's great. Please tell me that type of stuff, because that's going to help me grow.
Yeah.
Like, but if you do not have the solution or a suggestion in your back pocket, just stop. That's like walking into a room and being like, I have a problem. Yeah. Like, and what?
Shout out real quick to Lil Jimmy Sorensen. I know he's a big supporter of yours.
I appreciate him so much. Thank you so much for supporting me since like almost day one. Love that.
And that's a comment on X, which we don't usually get a lot of comments on the X feeds.
Oh my god, social media, dude! I'm telling you. But
you're hardly on X, eh?
No. Yeah, I read. Don't kid yourself. I'm reading. I know everything that's happening. I'm just not engaging with all of it. Yeah. I try to operate on the basis of I post content from my matches, photos of my championships. I post about where I'm going to be wrestling. I post about, yeah, like I do not need to fight with people on the internet.
No. I never see you do that, dude. I don't. In the time that I've started, I don't think I've ever seen. I mean,
I will sometimes post like an opinion that maybe other people have opinions about, but I'm not in the comments fighting with them.
No, I've never seen you do that. No.
You're allowed to have your opinion. It's fine.
But I think if you started that, I think you have enough people on your side.
I don't.
Us included, that'd be like, yo, Kai,
tribalism is something that drives me fucking crazy because it's just like nobody's reading anything. You all are just fighting. Nobody's even reading any of this. Like no one's even aware of what you don't even know what you're mad about anymore.
I'm mad
the whole house mad and nobody knows why.
For real. That's why I don't even concern myself with that stuff. I'll put a statement or an opinion out there and I'll just leave it alone.
Listen, I don't even have time to watch the missus's reels that she sends me on Instagram. I don't have
He doesn't even know the missus's Instagram.
Watch a few of them because that's called penguin pebbling. That's love language.
He doesn't even know the missus's Instagram page to promote it.
When you send me reels, is that what did you just call it, Kay?
It's called penguin pebbling, like when penguins give a pebble to another penguin as a gift.
Are you
it's love
penguin pebbling me every time you send
me? Oh my god!
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
You know, that's what I do. And you're an asshole, and you don't watch any of them. Ever.
Just watch one. Just watch one a day and be like, oh my God, thank you so much for thinking of me and sending this to me. I that you thought I would enjoy this. I appreciate you.
Dude, can you be on my side for once at least?
Like I said, he doesn't even know her Instagram.
Man, I'm sorry.
I send them because I'm thinking of you.
Like I said, like I said, he doesn't even know her Instagram. I know her Instagram to promote it for her. He's married to her and doesn't know her Instagram is feeling.booked.
She's getting up. She's gonna get fucking.
Can she take your spot? We need some more feminine energy right now.
Kaia wants to talk to you, she said. She wants to hear. Listen, just
what was a meme you sent him that you were very proud of that he blew off?
What?
What was one that she sent you, like a meme or a reel that you blew off?
What was the last one
that she was proud of?
That you were proud of? She's fucking pissed.
I literally just sent.
She just sent me somebody fighting on the TTC, swearing at each other.
I watch her Instagram reels because I follow her because I support him so much.
You know, God bless these people that make content because content making is a full-time job, and I just don't have the energy for it.
Listen, I'll give her credit with the content thing. She creates her content with her book stuff.
Feeling that book.
Listen, we don't need to plug her book thing, okay?
Yeah, we do because we have to remind everybody that I know it and you don't.
That's true. Listen. That's it. Why are we all shitting on Nick right now? Like, yo.
That's what we do when Kaia comes.
Are you like the easy target on your hockey team too? Like, are you the one they always chirp?
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah, it's just some people are. It's
true. What'd you say?
Oh shit! What?
What? No. We were me and the missus. We had a great show that we were watching that she wanted to watch, and we paused it midway. So I was like, "Oh wait, hold on."
What show was it?
You promised me yesterday because we were doing wrestling yesterday that today we would get whatever I wanted to eat.
Yep.
And we would watch the show.
Yep.
We got home.
Yep.
I got what I wanted to eat.
Yep.
And then you put on wrestling.
Yeah.
And then I was stuck because you did say I have wrestling tonight.
Kaya's
So
important.
I thought that was
My guy, Kaya's
Oh
important.
God, please just like make time for her tomorrow. Like, I'm so sorry I cut into your time. I feel bad now.
See, now you're making her feel bad. Shut up, man. There you go. See, there you go.
No, do something nice. Like, watch your show. What show is it?
So we're watching is an HBO show called Chernobyl.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
About the Chernobyl accident.
Yeah.
What was the last show I just watched? I just watched Margot's Got Money Problems. Have you seen that?
No. Margot's Got Money Problems? What's that?
It's Elle Fanning, and she's like a college student that gets pregnant, and she decides to have this baby, but her dad is an ex-pro wrestler who's played by Nick Offerman.
Listen, my wife will not watch anything that has to do with pro wrestling. I guarantee
Michelle Pfeiffer plays like her crazy mom. It's actually very cute. It's a very cute show, and it has minimal wrestling in it, but it's just an element of the show.
I don't know if that's true, Nick. If we get Kaia to go to Greektown Wrestling, then she might go with
I would
you.
love to work there. I've not worked for them yet. Oh my God, I've got to hit them up.
That would get you to Toronto, so Nick can see you.
I would love to do Greektown Wrestling, actually.
Have you ever done it?
Let's manifest it.
Greektown. I've only worked for Destiny in Toronto.
Let's manifest it. Your Miss Manifestation. Let's manifest it. Greektown
Okay, at least I say
Wrestling.
Toronto right. I say Toronto right. I don't say Toronto.
Oh my God, dude! You don't know how many what? You don't know how many Americans I've heard say Toronto. Kai said it right. She said it right, dude. Chill.
It's probably because I do hockey, like, and I know how to say it. But oh my God, so this is crazy. You know, like the hockey accent. You're probably very familiar with it, being in Canada.
Yeah.
It's like becoming a thing in the States. Like all of like the teenage boys that play hockey in the States now are starting to talk in like the Canadian hockey accent. And I'm like, you are not in Canada. You are in Washington, D.C. Like the other day, I was like doing a skating class. And this kid like goes by me like, oh yeah, buddy, just ripping them, blah blah blah. I like just the
Oh my
super, and I'm
God.
like, you are from here. What are you
No,
doing?
they're not. They're Kai is saying that the boys, the teenagers down there.
Yeah, like they're like doing this fake Canadian like hockey accent thing. Look it up on TikTok too. It's like a thing.
Oh, I believe it. I believe
It's wild. And I'm just like, you don't talk like that. You are from fucking Maryland. Like, what are you doing?
So Jimmy had a question for you. He says, "What's more toxic, hockey or wrestling Twitter?"
I don't know. There are crazy ass people on both.
I would say hockey.
Okay, can I tell you, like, as a female hockey fan, I get some crazy content I didn't even ask for. Okay, like, I think if I were to change the gender on my account,
don't choke.
Like, I get the most unhinged shit. Like, I'll just be like scrolling, like, I want to see what's on 32 Thoughts, and then there's like some crazy like fucking hockey fan fiction that I did not ask to see, like, in my Twitter feed. And I'm like, because I am a woman, apparently.
She can hear you.
I'm like, and honestly, like, I don't begrudge people who write fan fiction. It's an excellent creative outlet. I would much rather people do that than the millions of other things people do, right? Like, whatever, no harm, no foul. But I'm just like, I'm not even looking for this shit, and it's being put in front of me because I am a female that likes hockey. But, like, I want like actual hockey news, you know?
Honey, care to rebuttal?
Sorry, I'm the reason that shit's out there.
I get so much, like, I am not a Sharks fan. I look nothing up about the Sharks. I never talk about the Sharks. I'm talking about them now, and my phone's sitting right here, so my content's going to multiply. But if I see one more like Will Mack thing on my Twitter timeline, I'm going to throw my head in the wall. It's like, what is this sensation like that is overtaking Twitter? And like, I mean, wrestling's the same way. I think wrestling fans like bicker about like a lot of irrelevant shit too. Like they're just, there's like the Mercedes Moné fans are like really crazy, right? But yeah, like some of these hockey people are pretty crazy too. Like, I'm like, okay.
If you only knew
You're
what
like
the
20-year-old, 19-year-old boys, like, you're all grown. I know you're fucking grown. What are you doing?
Listen, if you only knew.
Every time they fight, it's over a girl.
Say that again.
We know about their stretches, and we know that every time there's a fight on the ice, it's because of a girl.
Yeah.
Or a boy.
Oh yeah, the hockey romance thing has gotten really big too. I get a lot of like hockey romance content, and I'm like, okay. I mean, It is what it is.
See,
but yeah,
and
they're
the
both
miss-
like crazy ass people on both sides of the fence here. Like, I don't think one's worse than the other.
Girl,
Both
if you
equally
only knew,
entertaining. I will tell you that they're both equally entertaining.
if you only knew the books,
I was gonna say the Mrs.'s book page is all about romance books, so
That's fine. I mean, like, I actually, you know what? I
no,
think that, like,
no, it's not fine. No, it is not fine.
Only person that benefits from it.
That is true. But not with the books that you read, girl.
well, there's that really big one, right? Like, what was it, Off Campus or whatever? Everybody was into that. I've never read those, but I watched the show. And I was okay, this is like a CW version of like a hockey show. It was fine. It was cute.
So, honey,
I watch all the hockey shows and stuff when they come out because I just
dude, we binge watched. You've seen Shorzy, right?
Yes, I have Shorzy gear that I wore when I wrestled in Canada.
Fucking shut the fuck up, Sanguinette.
this is what I deal with on a regular.
I always feel like
Please, Sue.
Miracle is one of my comfort movies. Like, I think I've seen Miracle probably like 200 or 300 times at this point in my life. Like, I
See?
just know I can always order a pizza and watch Miracle.
And I don't watch Miracle that much. Like I've seen it once or twice. I go to the Mighty Ducks
I do like
because that's just my era.
I do like Miracle.
D2 Mighty Ducks was the shit.
That was
Yeah.
the best one.
Harry
Agreed.
Potter? Did you just say Harry Potter? You're
No.
gonna talk about Harry Potter to the witching woman herself? Like,
I'm not actually a Harry Potter person. Like, I mean, I've read them, but I'm not like a huge.
Did you hear that epic? Did you hear that epic gasp? She's like,
I know. I mean, like, I read them and I enjoyed them as a kid, but I was never like really super into Harry Potter.
oh yeah, the missus was a Potter.
Yeah, it was a thing. Like, I mean, I don't know. I think that it's like, I always feel like there's like this interesting like correlation between like wrestling and fandom. Like, people will make fun of people for liking professional wrestling. Like, oh, well, that shit's not real. And I'm like, you like Game of Thrones? That shit's not real either. Like,
yeah,
right.
It's different. Like,
That's why we like it, because it's not real. That shit.
yeah, it's escapist, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good to have things that you enjoy. It's okay. I have no, and I know I'm maybe just being a little harsh on hockey Twitter, right? I have no issue with any of that. But it's just think it's funny how like if I was a man, I would not be getting that type of content pushed down my algorithm.
No, probably not.
No. You mean you're not getting yaoi fan fiction pushed down your algorithm there, Nick?
no, I am not. Yo, shut up, guy. I don't want this shit. That's bad enough. I get her.
Put your phone a little closer to this so I could say a bunch of buzzwords and ruin your algorithm.
I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking spam tweet you.
I'll start working on it.
Shut up.
There
dude.
you go.
I feel like the Leafs fans are pretty wild on Twitter too, though. Speaking of like wild, hockey,
Yeah, we're pretty fucked
the
up.
Leafs fans are pretty crazy. We're lucky. The Caps fans, I don't feel like are too unhinged. They're pretty like middle of the line.
Well, yeah, because you only have to deal with 3 cameras. We have to deal with like 10 in the dressing room.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean,
Nobody cares. Like, I don't say nobody cares because like DC's obviously a hockey city, but like all of those dudes can just go live their lives unbothered. Like, people do not
100%.
bother them.
Yeah, that's why being in a Toronto in our hockey market, you can't, like, you need to have thick skin or else you'll be like Mitch Marner and you'll leave and cry like a little bitch.
Oh my gosh, you should go to therapy. Therapy's amazing. Therapy's incredible. I love therapy. I would love that for him if he would go to therapy. He'd probably be so happy.
Everyone needs therapy.
Dude, we all need therapy. If Mike Babcock coached me, I would absolutely need therapy.
With the books you read, girl, yeah.
I went to wrestling school, and I needed therapy when I left wrestling school. Like, I'm not even kidding. I had to go to therapy. I was like, oh my God, I need to like talk to somebody about this experience I just had. Like, it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's just like you need like a neutral party to validate some of the experiences you've had.
That makes perfect sense.
I am a huge advocate for therapy. I think everyone should go. It doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're even struggling. I just think that it is very, very helpful to unpack the things we experience for what's good and what's bad. Like, it is very, very important to be able to have those conversations and have someone to talk to about things.
Yeah, no, she's downing her orange, but she's saying She's just shaking her shit. Yep.
I feel like every year after WrestleMania week, I need to go to therapy. I don't know what it is, but it's like that week does me in. Like I come back from WrestleMania week, I completely dissociate and stare at the wall for 2 weeks. I never leave my bed. I bed rot. And then I'm like, I need to go to therapy and talk about everything that happened over these 5 days.
I can only imagine, not being on the side, the camera that you are as a performer, but I can only maybe compare it to like Hell Week at college, if you're pledging a fraternity or a sorority, that Hell Week just before you get accepted. I can only imagine Mania Week is like that.
Well, the problem with Mania Week for me is it's very emotionally charged because I've put a lot into this business and I'm very passionate about wrestling. And due to that, I feel like I feel every experience I have WrestleMania week very deeply, the good ones and the bad ones. So knowing this, that I have this very high level of emotional involvement with this one thing, like I have got to go unpack that shit. I cannot sit and be angry about WrestleMania week for months. Like I have got to just go talk about it. More wrestlers should go to therapy too. Like while we're talking about it, everybody should go to therapy. Mitch Marner needs to go to therapy. Wrestlers should also go to therapy.
My first night back home here after I got back from Mania week, I slept for 12 hours straight.
Oh yeah.
I'm just a fan.
I would cry in my car after class. Like I would literally like go to my car and I would cry for like an hour before I'd go back to the house. And
I'm just a fan / podcaster that was there for the week. So again, I can only imagine what you guys as talent go through.
It's very emotionally draining. What's up?
What were you saying, Andrew?
I said, if it makes you feel that way, it means you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
Worked on a farm with special needs people. And I used to drive home. I had an hour and a half drive. And every day at the end of the day, I was like crying driving home. But not because like I couldn't handle it. It was just, you love it so much.
Yeah. I feel like you really feel passionately about something, you do absorb all of those emotions.
Exactly.
And it's just a lot to manage.
Yeah.
You being the non-wrestler and being off camera, I would like to hear do you have any questions for a wrestler? No, nothing?
Sorry.
Fine.
I've got to say, this is my favorite interview so far because it is the most interactiveness we have gotten from Nick's wife.
Love that.
I love this.
Maybe one day you'll get my face. Well, no, dude. When you come up, we'll make sure to
usually in the fall I do a Canada loop. I'll go work for Love. I go all the way out to Edmonton and then work my way back.
Okay. We'll figure it out. I'm telling you, she knows. You're probably one of the only ones that I would cancel my plans for with her.
No, always do what she needs you to do first and foremost.
Yes, while she's holding a knife in her hand.
I did read one hockey romance. I did read the Heated Rivalry book, and I thought that it was very good. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the show as well.
You opened up Pandora's box.
I think that
Put it away.
I honestly think a lot of queer romance is more healthy in its portrayal of relationships than heterosexual romance books. But that's just my humble opinion. In my experience of reading, I like to read. I'm a very avid reader.
So what kind of books do you like to read though?
The occasional queer romance. I do also enjoy, I love a legal thriller. I like historical fictions. I like biographies. I like reading about interesting people. I like books about music, like the punk scene in the 80s. I like wrestling. Anything about wrestling I'm into as well.
So do you read the wrestling autobiographies and stuff?
Yeah, if there's one that piques my interest. I want to read Natty's book. I've not read that one yet, and that's on my list for sure.
Same.
Yeah.
Honey, what are you reading right now?
What am I reading? I'll tell you. Let me pull up my
What are you reading?
Serial killer romance.
You're reading You're reading a serial killer romance.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Jimmy says, was this past year's WrestleMania week good?
It was. It was probably the best one I've had so far. It was the best one I've had so far. Okay.
It's the only one I've had so far, so.
The last 3 books I read were Sellout, which was about the punk scene in 1994 and how it evolved into hardcore and emo. It was by Dan Ozzie. It was incredible. I also read We Breed Lions by Rick Webb, and it's about all of the sexual assault scandals that happen in the hockey world. So it's very heavy, but it was also very good and very eye-opening, especially as a woman. I really enjoyed that read. And then I also just read Red Notice. I thought that was very good too.
I've heard that one.
Listen, I don't know what books you read. You read some really
Don't worry about it.
cowboy romances, this cowboy, that cowboy.
It's not the cowboys. It's the
It's like a thriller about a finance guy who gets involved in like Russian affairs.
That sounds fun.
It's awesome. It's a great read.
That one's the Red Lotus?
Red Notice, yes.
Putting that on my list.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Club.
Recommended reading.
No, we're not doing a book club.
I just read one too called We Ride Upon Sticks, and it's about a field hockey team that makes a pact with the devil to have a good season up in Massachusetts. It was like kind of like a youth fiction book. It was very good. I enjoyed that too.
What was it called?
We Ride Upon Sticks.
Ooh,
it's like witches that play field hockey.
She's writing it down.
She's
I
on
just
her
read a
book
book
grant,
about
dude.
Baba Yaga I liked too. I really like Salvic magic. So I don't know. I'm a nerd. I love to read.
Quan Berry? The
Baba
author,
Yaga. Like it was about Baba Yaga. She's like a Salvic witch.
Well, no, she's asking the Rewrite Upon
The author.
Sticks. What was the author?
Let me look it up. It's on my nightstand. I could just not be
You're reading Haunted Adeline, Game On. What's I don't know.
Quan Berry. Yes. We Ride Upon Sticks by Quan Berry.
Yeah, okay.
Really enjoyed that. It was a fun little read. Not so heavy as the other stuff, but it was
I don't mind heavy. It's okay.
Oh, dude. Heavy's an understatement with your book choices.
Nick, do you realize what's happening here?
No.
They're making a friendship.
Oh my god.
They're totally bonding on the interview.
Y'all are fucked. I'll point, but y'all are fucked.
Can I tell you that like reading and literacy is like a big thing for me?
It
It's like if I go out on a date with a person and I ask them if they like to read and their answer is like, no, or like, I can't remember the last time I read a book. I'm like, I'm out of here. Like, I just think there is such a direct correlation with intelligence and enjoying to read. It's like, it's a thing. It's like a litmus test. You don't have to be like an avid, crazy reader. Like, I don't care if your favorite thing to read is hunting magazines. That's still reading. But like people that don't read are people that like crap on reading. I'm just like,
you don't crap on reading.
No.
You're good there.
There's a difference between not enjoying it and like crapping on it. Like there are people that don't enjoy reading and that's fine. Like I get it's not for everyone. But like if you are like crapping on the act of reading and literacy as a whole, like that speaks volumes about you as a person to me.
Yeah,
I don't crap on reading.
There's a huge literacy problem in this country. So
No, I completely agree.
very
with you.
passionate about people reading. And like
I used to be very big into reading the wrestling autobiographies. You know, when they were coming out like nonstop.
I did a book
during the
report on
early
Stone Cold
2000s.
Steve Austin's autobiography when I was a kid. So yes.
But when I stopped watching wrestling back in like 2014, I stopped reading the biographies that were coming out because I just didn't care about wrestling anymore. And I found it hard to get back into reading the books since I stepped away for 7 years. You know,
fair.
Now that I came back in 2021 and have kind of dove headfirst into this again, like I bought Becky's book. I bought AJ's book. I do want to get Natty's book because I adore Natty Neidhart.
Yeah, Natty's one of my faves. It's always like
But I haven't been able to commit to sitting down and just reading these books. And I tried reading Becky's
iPad or your iPhone too. Like it doesn't have to be a physical media. Like reading still counts no matter how you're taking the information.
Audiobook.
Yeah.
I was going to say, audiobook might be the only way I could do it these days because I just don't have the time to sit down and
get,
read.
like book recommendations and they crack me up. I got a book recommendation. I guess like Sean Avery has written a hockey romance. And I was like, I can't even imagine. He is insane. I can't imagine kind of fucking book this is. Like, I have no interest in reading it because he is insane and not a great human being, right?
No. I want your books out there for the world.
Yeah, I
to
did read
see.
AJ Lee's book a very long time ago. Yes.
Yeah, no,
I was like, I can't believe it. I was like, part of me has like a morbid curiosity, like, what would Sean Avery write a hockey romance about? Like, what crazy shit would be in this book? But then part of me is also like, I do not want to read this.
No, I wouldn't go
No.
Yeah, no, I will say I promised her that I would read what did I say? I'd read one of your books?
Yes, and I asked you to read Lights Out, and that was like a year ago.
Yeah, and I can't.
And it's like my favorite book.
Yes.
What is it?
Lights Out.
Lights Out.
Yeah, by Navessa Allen.
Please tell us.
It does have trigger warnings, though. It's not bad, but it does have trigger warnings.
Okay, I'm gonna read this.
It's so
I would
funny.
enjoy this. I just like to read.
Told you, dude, they're bonding. This is hilarious.
So funny. You will fall so in love with Josh, and oh my god, he's hilarious.
I really like. Oh my god, I love that we're bonding over reading. Not enough people read these days. Oh my
I only read romance, but I can give you every romance.
Excellent.
I have it all.
I use hockey cards as my bookmarks.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I used to use receipts.
Receipts?
I used to use receipts.
You're a fucking weirdo.
That's what they gave me.
I made sure I took anybody like that was a Team USA hockey card and put it in a feminist book after all that shit with the Olympics.
That's amazing.
Practical
I love
magic. Be nice to women. Hide in this book for a little bit. Sometimes people always go like putting things out into the universe and doing magic has to be like this big elaborate like ritual thing with crystals and the moon, and it's like, no, there's a lot of like magic you can do around your house, like shit like that. I was like, I think Magic Chuck needs to sit in this feminist witch book for a little bit. That'll be for him.
So for the people
go to timeout.
Explain to people, because I don't know if we touched on this, and I know that you don't really know. Explain the whole witchiness vibe and like for some people that don't know your background.
Oh, that like
I was going to say we talked about this in the first interview.
I'm a witch and it's not a work. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I think that's what he's asking about, because we did get into this on the first interview, but there may be people watching this time. We have 150 people watching us.
There are a lot of witches in my family. I was kind of raised a little bit witchy. I was always around it. When I was going to think of what to do for my wrestling gimmick, I thought that it would be a really fun take on a character, because most of the people who do a witch gimmick in wrestling are like spooky witch. And I was like, but what if it was like a really nice, like Stevie Nicks type witch? Like that would be really cool, right? So that would be closer to like my practice as well. So that's kind of where it comes from. And the whole Conduit of Karma is like, it all goes through me. Like I create the balance that's needed in the wrestling world if you really want to get meta with it, right? I just thought it would be so fun to have like an actual like witchy representation. Now, disclaimer here, there is no correct right or wrong way to witch. It is something that is within you, and your practice is determined by yourself and your rituals. I don't think you have to be like raised witchy or born a witch to practice magic. I think that some witches just come into their power naturally, or they're gifted their powers. So yeah, I really wanted to kind of show a side of this, of me, of something in wrestling that's not been seen or done yet in this light per se. That's kind of where it comes from. And like I said, I'm a big practical magic person. Like I'm in the process of moving right now, so I don't have any of my witchy stuff out. It's all packed up. But like I keep an altar and I keep like meaningful things on it. But I do not think for things to be meaningful, they need to be like $600 crystals that you bought from like Witch Talk. You know, like you need to like create this with things that inspire you and evoke your power.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, again, just like practical magic, right? Like putting a trading card in a book is a great way to put something out into the universe, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is like
stirring your coffee, you know, clockwise 3 times to create good energy for your day. Like all of these little tiny practices really add up. And I think that there's something to be said for having like small intentional practice as opposed to like big elaborate ritual. But again, that's just me. And also like, I just don't always have the time to do big elaborate ritual, but I can always implement a little magic throughout my day. I can tell you about, like, I think I've said this on other podcasts, but I can like say it here too. One of my favorite like spells anybody can do, it's called the flush away spell. And it's like if someone's giving you a hard time, right? A person, or maybe you're worried, or maybe it's not even that, right? Like you're worried or you're anxious about something, or you're sad, or whatever's bothering you, whatever perturbs you. You take toilet paper and you wrap it around your hand. You take a Sharpie and you would write like this person's name, or like your negative thought, or whatever you're worried about, or like whatever's bothering you. You write it on the toilet paper, like whatever this person fucking did that was awful. You write it on the toilet paper, and then you go to the bathroom and you use the bathroom and you wipe your ass with the toilet paper and you like, I'm not even kidding. And it's actually,
you killed her. You killed her. You killed her.
And it's actually rooted in like Irish witches, and like a lot of indigenous witches will use like animal chips to curse people. So that's kind of where it comes from. This is like not bullshit. It's like a real thing. Yeah. So it's a thing. And this is just like, again, a very practical application of this magical concept. Like it doesn't need to be crystals, rocks, sage, you know, to be effective. Yeah. Sometimes the most effective magic is very simple.
I love that. Real quick, shout out to our boy Papa Gino at Major Push Wrestling. Just came in. Says, damn, that's hilarious. As a mental health professional, I love that.
Or like, okay, like I had a guy I was seeing who was really rude to me, and I was really mad about it. So I like wrote his name on a piece of paper and I put it in a little plastic Ziploc baggie with 2 grapes. And then I smashed the grapes and I threw it on the dash of my car to shrivel his balls in the heat. Magic is it's very symbolic to me, and it's very representational. It's not, again, it's not like having like the fanciest witch things. It's the intent behind your work and what you're trying to represent in your magic, right? It doesn't.
Oh fuck! Thanks, girl. Now my fucking balls are gonna get shriveled because of you. Thanks so much.
I love that magic is so creative. I think that's one of the most special things about practicing magic, is that you can be creative with it like that. And people are probably going to listen to these clips and think I'm crazy.
No, you're awesome.
So, like I sometimes will, like, I haven't done it in a while. It's not necessarily made sense for me to do it in a match I've had recently, but like sometimes I'll incorporate like really witchy things into my matches. Like I wrestled Megan Bain one time and I put a ring of salt around the ring, and then I lost the match because she had her little servant, like, you know, goddess boy or whatever, break the salt circle so she could enter the ring. Like I've done stuff like that.
What did you say?
It sounds like a bitch.
I know, man. Oh my god. Right. She killed me on Dynamite. Like I can't win. No, Meg's incredible. Shout out Meg. She's awesome. It's always fun to work with. She's always fun to work with. She's down to clown. So yeah, or like sometimes
just kidding.
Like, the ring posts, I'll take like chalk and I'll do like sigils on the ring posts. Or like, what else have I done in matches that's witchy? I wrestled Abs one time, and he comes out and does like this ab roller thing. And we started the match off where he like did the ab roller. This was Focus Pro. He did the ab roller, and then I took it from him, and then I did the ab roller in the shape of a pentagram. That was fun.
You did the what?
I took the ab roller and made a pentagram with it. Like,
how the fuck did you do that?
I like would roll it and then go to the next point and then roll it. Go watch it. It's on Focus Pro on IWTV.
Okay, I gotta go. Okay.
And then he
I'm
went
gonna
to
say, come on, Nick, you've got IWTV.
Over and pinned him. But I love being creative with my magic, but also like how I incorporate it into my wrestling, right?
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be another like spooky goth girl witch. I was like, let's have fun with this.
You just don't want to be spooky.
Yeah, I wrestled Anya Rune recently at Spark Joshi, right? And like the start of the match off, we had like a battle of powers, and then we both just like got knocked off by each other's powers. We were like, oh my god, you're powerful too. Like I love leaning into that like disbelief. I miss when wrestling was like had like more fun and more gimmick stuff. I feel like that's when you become dangerous, is when you like can enter discovery mode and like really do things that maybe are a little out of character for yourself, but they really inspire a lot of growth. And the fans seem to like it. So I love like that Gresham's been having more fun in his matches lately. He's obviously an incredible technical wrestler and he has incredible matches, but I love like seeing that he's kind of like letting go a little bit these days and like he's really having fun, and it's just incredible. I love to see that.
No, 100%. I
I'll
love
other
that
magic spells that I've done for you guys.
I love that you pointed that out because there's such a demographic of fans who think that 20-minute bangers is the way that you
Not
have
every
to
match needs
go.
to be 20 minutes. Some do. Some matches deserve 20 minutes and they're very good, but not every match needs to be 20 minutes. Sometimes it's be entertaining.
Thank you. And I'm a huge proponent of have some fun out there. Like be entertaining. Let the
Who are you
character work get
wrestling
over.
for? Are you wrestling for your fans? Are you wrestling for yourself? Are you wrestling for your boys in the back? Like, who are you working for tonight? Like, in my opinion, you should always be wrestling for the fans. And obviously for yourself to have fun, but you should wrestle to entertain the fans.
Yes.
Honey, how was your first ever wrestling event? Explain.
It was interesting.
Okay.
She's not in a hurry to go back.
No. I had been gardening before, and we were sitting very high up, so that was not a good combination. It was all right. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a fun environment. It was, yes. Oh my
Okay,
God.
so here's the thing. We were just talking about matching.
We were at All Out. We were at All Out last.
Very long.
year.
Even some of the indie shows are very long these days, and I'm like, look, I love wrestling. Nobody likes wrestling more than me, right? I actually wrestle. I love this shit. There have been times where I've been like, I'm very tired, and I know if I'm tired and everything's running together, I can't imagine how the fans feel. I like that.
The
I
energy kept
like
up.
57 match cards now.
Say again.
The energy of the fans kept up. It was long as hell, but I think the environment was fun. Like I had no idea what was going on. Like absolutely no idea.
It was bedlam.
Because I'm used to just watching it here and like listening to the commentary. There's no commentary when it's live. I had no idea what was going on.
That's why it's very important, like at least on the indies, to make sure you're engaging the crowd. Because there is no commentary.
No.
So it is on you to make it interesting to the people watching.
And a lot of time in the indies, there's very little story going into the match. It's, who was available that I could book this weekend.
You can always find a story. I think that if you're a smart worker, you can always find a way to get it off the ground, right? There's always something there. One of the things that like I noticed like when I was out recovering, like I would watch matches in person, but I would watch how crowds would take in the match. Like that was something I really
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, like that was something that Gabe Sapolsky put me onto when I was recovering from my injuries. Like watch the match, but watch like how people respond to what's happening in the match and like look for those missed opportunities. Because he's like, I guarantee you, like even the best workers, you'll see their missed opportunities.
Like watching tapes, hockey tapes.
Well, yeah, it's like watching, like hockey tapes, soccer tapes, stuff like that, right?
Well, yeah, it's like, but like with wrestling, it's like I feel like one of the biggest gifts you can get as a wrestler is like somebody in the crowd yelling something at you, for better or for worse, right? Like if you're a baby face, it's like, yes, you acknowledge them and you do the Becky Lynch, the rally, right? I love when she does that. It's so great. But you do that, right? Like, I see you, I feel you. Like, yes, I feel you. That's such a gift. Or like if you're working as a bad guy and someone's yelling something stupid, it's like, great, here's my hope spot. And this is like, there's a little bit of fluidity that's required here. Like you got to kind of be able to like adjust as you go for when that happens. But it's like, what a gift. Like that someone's engaging with you, like acknowledge them, like make them a part of this, right? Because then all the other fans get into it. And I just think that like there are so many times as wrestlers when the crowd is asking for something from us and we're just like not even aware. And I didn't notice it until I really started looking from the outside in, like how many opportunities we have to like pull the crowd into what we're doing, and we miss it because we're so focused on whatever we planned in the back.
Yeah. Well, I know she will never watch another ladder match again.
I was kind of like that one. I don't remember.
The people climbing the ladders. And...
Oh, it was so dumb.
Those are wild. They're fun.
Oh my god.
You be creative. You be really creative in this.
Yes.
Do you know what my biggest pet peeve with a ladder match is? The only weapon in a ladder match should be ladders.
Yes.
Maybe like somebody threw a table off a ladder, right? But like it is a ladder match. Everything should be around using the ladder and climbing the ladder. Like if you start pulling out all of these weapons, it's not a ladder match anymore. I mean, I guess technically it is, but it's just another hardcore match. Like use the ladders, be creative. Or like a cage match, right? Like use the cage. Everything you do should be the cage.
Her thing was
throw people into it, whatever. But like when you introduce all these weapons, it's now A, it's a war games match, right? But like B, you're taking away like just use the cage. Be creative with the cage. I wish people would challenge themselves to be more creative with their environment.
Well,
Thank you. The cage is supposed to be the star of the match.
It's the weapon, yes.
The ladder is supposed to be the star of the match. Put the central focus on those things. 100%.
It's almost like the guy who trained me knew something, right?
Just right.
Crazy how that works.
So her thing is
he is an architect after all.
Yeah, it is true. He is an architect. Architect.
Easy for you to say, Nick.
It was hard. It was difficult. It's 11:30. Her thing is like when people are climbing the ladder and they're up on the ladder
and they trip over their own damn toes.
My thing is when they don't even climb the ladder until it's time to win. Like you need to be trying to climb that ladder when it makes sense to do it at every avenue. Like that is how you win. Like
just like any other match.
Yeah, because people don't remind you constantly it's a ladder match. There's a ladder match this Sunday on SummerSlam with the girls, and I'm really interested to watch how that's structured because I think that like WWE generally does pretty decent with those. And like I know Chelsea Green's in it and she's phenomenal and she always has like really creative spots for those kinds of matches. So I'm curious to see what Chelsea has planned.
I'm curious to see how Jade does because I don't think Jade is made for a ladder match.
Well, we're gonna find out.
And this is coming from a Jade lover. I adore Jade, but I just don't think she's made for a ladder match.
She's very strong. She might surprise you. She might be heaving those ladders all around, taking girls out left and right.
Honey, if I paid you $100, would you take a chop to the chest?
Me? No.
Why?
Because no. I have a heart condition.
Yeah.
That would be a good reason not to, Nick.
Why don't you let her chop you?
Did you say $100?
$100.
$100. A ladder to the chest?
No, not a ladder. A chop. Just a.
No.
What? Why?
Because I have things there.
That's supposed to be.
Can I kick you?
You should just chop the shit out of him. Double overhand him like Stan Hansen style.
I can't do it while you guys are live. There's witnesses.
Okay. You feel like you've had more creative freedom when I'm a bad girl. It's just a different approach. I sometimes think that I do very well in the role of aggressor, even if I'm not a quote unquote heel.
Yeah.
Just because of my size and my physicality of my moveset, it just makes more sense sometimes.
You'll fuck somebody up.
I know that like I don't want to say like babyface and heel is dead because it's important. But I do think there is a lot of matches now, especially on the indies, where there is no clear cut heel or babyface, but you always have an aggressor per se, or like maybe someone who just wants to win more than the other person, right?
Yeah.
Or like if you have two baby faces, depending on where you're at, you might sometimes have to have a very realistic conversation with yourself and the other person about like, okay, who do the fans like more? All right, you're the good guy, you know, like don't fight it. If it's there, don't fight it. Just work with what you have, right? But I think that a good way to reframe that is the control is what ebbs in the match. It ebbs and flows. Like sometimes I'm in control, sometimes the other person's in control. So I don't necessarily think about it as me being a bad witch. It's just like I'm in fucking control right now. Take it back from me.
You are a bad witch.
I'd like to see you try. You know. So when you
she just like, you're a bad bitch, yeah.
Good witch, bad bitch.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think that when you can think of it as like the exchange of control and like the power dynamic of the match, like then the heel and babyface matters a little bit less especially if you have like contrasting styles in the ring. Maybe someone's more lucha and you're more of a striker or whatever.
Yeah.
I think there are ways to make matches interesting and stories based off of the exchange of control if you don't have the pure like heel babyface dynamic going on.
Well, I think we had this conversation before. I think the whole babyface and heel thing, I think that's almost a trope of like, it's almost a thing of the past, really.
Oh, I love it. I love if you have like a really good babyface and a really good heel in a match. It's very easy. It's timeless. It's entertaining. It's great. Yeah. But I think that the nature of the business nowadays, you've got to think of like, you've got to be creative in how you get things over, right?
Yeah.
Like there's still going to be like a good guy and bad guy, but maybe it's like an aggressor and someone's more evasive, like someone's bigger, someone's smaller, or maybe it's someone's more experienced than someone's new, right? Or maybe it's maybe someone just wants it more than the other person, right? Yeah. Maybe someone just really wants it more. There's always a story to be found. People should just be creative. Be more creative. All right, we're hitting like the 2.5 hour mark.
I was just gonna say we're pushing like midnight.
I'm tired. I'm hungry. I got my ass skated off yesterday. I need to go eat something.
Yeah, I think we've
gone way longer than I expected us to, Kaia. But the conversation was just flowing.
Yeah,
it was
I think you guys will probably like pare it down a little bit because I would imagine that this would be a very long, lengthy listen. But there's some stuff that you can clip in.
But again, we've got 150 something people watching us right now.
Really?
So shout out to all of you guys.
People tuning in to me, little old me. Thank you.
Largest turnout ever.
Well, try to be.
You are.
And I got to say, I think your wife is who said it, but it would be a great T-shirt. Good witch, bad bitch. Need a big shirt.
I'm sure that like all of my fans that are like young children would love that.
You can have.
Well, I mean, you can censor the bitch. Make the eye a broom.
Attitude era.
Make the
here.
sea a moon. A little
I did a
moon.
shirt. 2 years ago, I did a shirt that was like the movie cover, The Witch, and it had like naked ladies on it, and like I could not sell them because people were like, "This is a really cool shirt. I'm not wearing a shirt with titties on it," and I was like, "Damn, okay."
But
so if you want one of those, I got plenty of them hanging out.
But again, thank you so much, Kaia, for coming back, for giving us almost 3 hours.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I figured since I had to delay you guys, I got stuck at work. I would hang out for a little bit.
Go ahead, tell everyone where they can find you.
My handle is right down here at Kaia MCK. That is all social platforms. That is X, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, Facebook. Oh my God, there's so many. My big cartel is KaiaMcKenna.bigcartel.com. I have merch there, like the hockey jerseys and the witch shirt with the naked ladies, if that's what you're into. Whatever your vibe is, it's there. I've got stickers, all kinds of cool stuff, trucker hats. Check it out. I try to post on social media where I'm going to be wrestling. I did have a little bit of a slower schedule this summer because wrestling is not like other sports. I don't get 4 months to go golf and get really drunk. So I had to take some time off this summer to just, reset because I've been going very hard since I came back from my injury. But I will be having more dates in the fall and winter and more opportunities to see me work in person.
Shout out to Nasty Leroy. Just popped in.
Nasty Gang.
Favorite wrestler, Kaia McKenna. Do you have any bookings this weekend? And if not, where can they find you the following
I'll
weekend?
be at Pro Wrestling Symphony on the 8th. And then my August is pretty quiet, but that's fine because my hockey team is going to the playoffs and my job is very busy. And I do want to try to win a championship. That would be sick. I love gold, multi-sport gold here. Okay.
There you go, girl.
There we go. And then September, I will be working at Pro Wrestling Epic Labor Day weekend. And then let's see. I think I have a date with Action coming up in September. I'll have to confirm that. Just stay posted on my social media. Well, I can my little summer vacation.
And people know that we'll we'll shout you out and shit. So people will definitely want to find you.
Yeah. It's good. Take a break. This shit'll be here. If you're a wrestler and you're feeling burned out and tired, it is okay to kind of like slow your roll and take a booking every 3 weeks and just kind of like hang out.
100%.
Boston therapy. That's it. Girl.
So thank you to the now almost 160 of you that are watching.
Yeah, like, should we go? The number keeps going up. Or people just like bored at night? Like, oh damn, Kaia's still talking. Like, Holy shit, this bitch has been going for 3 hours. I might have to.
Is this the longest interview? Is this the longest interview you? I mean, I can't even call this an interview.
I don't know.
This is family.
I've done a couple of long ones. We're hitting like the Joe Rogan experience level of like length.
Serious. But again, Kaia, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you to everyone who tuned in.
Yes.
We will catch you guys next time here on the Shenanigans.
I want to hear about all of your